And that's
Welcome to Fleeting Hope. It's chaos as always. We've got everybody here. Everybody's here. It's crazy.
crazy. Oh, crazy.
No, be in a room.
A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. That's me. Right. We fucked up.
Speaking of crazy,
Crazy.
check out our beacons link. You'll go crazy for all the social media that's listed there, including our TikTok, our YouTube, our Spotify, our Twitter, and of course Twitch. Also, if you're joining us, thank you for joining us. Hello, hello, hello. Also, speaking of our beacons link and all our social medias, if you want to stay up to date on what we're doing when we're streaming, you can get in our Discord. That's another thing that's in our beacons link. And our Twitter to stay up to date on that. And then insert empty sponsor space here. We don't have a sponsor. If you would like to sponsor us and sponsor the stream, we'll do fun skits for your product, service, what did you do, da? Let us know. Email, snail mail, dove mail, cat mail, dog mail,
Instant transmission.
ginger mail,
I'll do it.
any type of mail. Let us know.
Street mail. Don't care.
Instant transmission. We take those as well.
Let us know. Oh, and also in our beacons link is some of the social medias of our players, including me, Funshine Illustrations, and our lovely Alex, who is currently rebranding. So bear with us.
Still in there as Red Cat Mannequin.
Still in there as Red Cat Mannequin, but we are currently rebranding.
And half of my social media's name changed.
The link is Red Cat
Good
Mannequin.
job, bro. Yeah. And then DM is a mystery. You win a jar of bathwater.
Or a jar of dirt.
It's a mystery.
I got
Choice. Yeah.
Speaking of
Choice.
DM, back to you.
Thank you. You know what? You actually did really well on announcements that time. I'm saying like better than all the other ones. It's a step up. I'm giving you a compliment.
Take top
Damn,
to the
damn,
compliment.
damn.
No, thank you.
See what I deal with.
Taking 10d10 of damage.
Yeah, DM, take 10 d10 of damage. That was offensive.
I will later. Last we left off, the party had made their way to Whitestone on behest of Lady Vexalia and Lady Aurora Vysoren, regarding some information that they had discovered, possibly relating to Jameson and a lot of people that are moving somewhere out to sea aboard ships. You all made your way to Whitestone and were told to settle in and be ready to enjoy Harvest Close Festival in 2 days' time. You all took a couple days to relax, hang out, maybe do a little bit of magic item shopping, whatever. And then the day came, Harvest Close Festival. You all woke up excited to see what the city was going to bring. You made your way out into the northern ward of Whitestone to see people already beginning the festivities. You all took in all of the different festivities around, participating in just about everything there is to offer. Some of you playing against a chess-playing chicken. Some of you climbing ropes and swinging hammers to hit bells. A couple of you entered into the Liars Contest. And nearly won. Some of you discovered that the previous winner of the Liars Contest had been enchanting the crowd every year and broke a cycle of enchantment for prize.
Yeah, fuck off.
Wait, what were
So real. So real.
Some of you decided to participate in a scavenger hunt,
Yeah.
searching around the city for bronze statuettes of Lord Trinket.
I forgot about the bear thing.
That is the bear
Someone
thing.
knocked over the outhouse.
And did a police chase that ensued.
One of you turned into a bear, knocked over an outhouse,
With the previous winner of the Liars competition inside it.
publicly embarrassing them,
Yep.
making their despair that they were already in much worse.
Who's in despair?
The person who was lying the whole time.
The person who was winning the liars contest by lying. But our session came to a close as those of you who had entered into the Battle of the Bards were beginning to prepare your sets.
Who did?
Yeah.
So, who did we have entered in again? I believe Zem, Kate, yeah,
I think it was all of us except Aurora.
yeah. And we can retroactively say that you joined if you wanted to.
Try not to die.
Fair enough.
Use your coughing as music.
Beautiful. What's up? Winner.
Nice.
Everyone's just, oh,
Yes.
if you wanted to retroactively enter into the contest since you weren't here
What
for
is
the
it?
last session,
It's a music contest.
it's a music
Like
contest.
solo, you do like a solo.
We're not actually gonna sing.
Not
Right?
gonna sing
Okay.
it.
Yeah, it's a performance check, a contested performance check
Okay,
against the competitors.
I'm down.
Okay.
Unless you do want to do something.
Unless y'all want to do band v band,
No.
the five of y'all
no,
together
no.
versus another group of 5.
No.
Okay.
Solo. Fuck y'all bitches.
Yeah.
Damage and defective. This is how we go.
I mean,
Fuck
me and you want to do something together.
Oh, that's true.
Well, Arechi is technically doing it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You signed up, but Arechi's the one that's going to be doing it. All right.
Oh. Why did you do that?
Well, so
Do you need water? I don't have water, but I have this.
There. Then drink it. We don't want your cooties.
You dealt with enough today.
Alright.
all right. So, as you are all preparing yourselves for your sets, what instruments do you all have proficiency with? Which instrument will you be playing?
I don't even know what happened.
Alchemist supplies.
Yep, I remembered that. I was like, one of y'all's doing a miscongeniality.
Yeah. Alchemist supplies.
Why are my features
So,
here?
proficiencies. It's going to be on the left-hand side towards the bottom.
I'm playing my alchemist supplies in a totally scientific way. It's actually a legitly scientific way. I don't know how it works, but I know it works.
Where do
I
I
don't
see
think
if
I
I
have
have any
anything.
instruments?
I don't have any
Proficiencies.
proficiency.
No.
I don't have any proficiency or
We have
languages. Cool.
You have languages.
You have languages?
There's no languages there.
Your languages are right here.
Oh shit, there's a language. Yeah, I know proficiency. But I got some on my sleeve. It's okay.
You gotta let me know so I know which check to make you make.
Oh, I gotta let you know now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's why I'm asking what instruments and what
I'm
proficiencies.
going to polymorph a bunch of mini-me's again. Have me be kind of the tallest.
Pseudopod, not polymorph.
Yeah. And we're basically just going to boop on each other. Make it like boop, boop,
Pseudopod?
Whatever.
Can your
But
pseudopods speak?
No.
So
But
then they can't make
They can
sound.
hit each other and make them hollow, less hollow on the inside than the rest.
Okay.
He's basically asking,
How about
can you
this?
manipulate the pseudopods to be able to like
Hit them.
make
Make
them
hollow
and
noises.
so that they can make a frequency to resemble notes.
Roll me.
kind of
An
like
intelligence
a mix
check.
between the xylophone
Oh
and
no.
I know, yeah.
That's
But
fine.
he's like manipulating that with it
Mhm.
himself. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll say you are able to issue the proper command, and like with the knowledge of how drums work to a degree, you're able to pseudopod a drum kit, more or less.
Yeah, I have like 3 little guys, and then 2 little guys right here hitting the 3, and then I'm in the back just going. "Make
Oh, so
something."
you're not playing them, your pseudopods are playing
yeah,
each
my
other.
pseudopods are playing each other. And I'm
Okay, so
going,
then give me an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Oh wait, what?
I thought you were the one playing
Oh
them.
no,
Your pseudopods are not smart.
Yeah.
It could be an 18. Is that? No wait, no disadvantage. That's a 3. Oh no, it's a 4.
Okay.
Act-
So, yeah, so you go to, I was retracting what I said.
New timeline.
You go to have your pseudopods come out, and they all go to like take their places and everything, and they start hitting each other and just
And I'm just going, make it my way,
yeah, it's
make it my way.
not great.
Damn it, I'm having fun at least.
So while you've been practicing that, Belwin,
The music box.
that's right.
I'm gonna pull like back in the day, they would just like sit like the fucking like record player out on the stage and walk away. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
All right,
I'm
all
gonna walk
right.
to the middle of the stage, just like break it up.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check to
Investigation.
to make sure that the music box is up to
Okay.
up to
Make
par
sure.
and everything.
Then you
There's
don't
nothing
do
wrong with it.
Investigation. Ooh, that's nice. That's a 23.
23. You're looking it over and everything seems like it's looking fine. There is one rune carved into the barrel for the like creation of where the pegs are. That is like somewhat scratched and probably needs to be redetailed before you actually set it up. Yeah. So,
I mean, I can do it.
Give me a Tinker's Tools check.
I do have proficiency with yes.
Yeah, so then intelligence plus your proficiency modifier.
Oh, I needed that. So, 10.
10. It takes you a little while, but you have plenty of time.
Okay.
So you meticulously take your time re-etching this rune back in, making sure it is perfect. It takes you pretty much all your prep time, but you don't need to prep much else.
Right.
Kaylinn,
Yes.
what don't never mind, I actually already know.
Well, I was gonna say, can we do like
You
a
wanna-
joint thing?
What, you and Arechi?
Yeah, no, never mind.
tried
It
it-
wouldn't work.
Well, you've tried to have both of y'all at the same time before, and it ended up with an excruciating headache.
Yeah,
So
let's
it's
not
not
do
the
that.
same, am I right? Oh my god.
But you could try.
No. He has the flute, and I was like, yeah, I could sing. No, no, I didn't do it.
All right, Aurora,
Uh-huh.
do you have any instrumental proficiencies,
Pan flute.
and will you be using it?
Sure.
Okay. You can
get
choose
one
not
first.
to use it. Huh?
Can I smoke before I play?
You can if you want to use your pipe to give you enhanced ability.
Oh my
She
god.
goes, she gets on stage, rips the bowl, plays her
Use it, bro.
You know what? You know what the funny thing is too is the blend I believe you would be using to get the advantage on charisma checks is the tiefling blend. So through the fire and flames.
And you can give yourself guidance.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and you can guide yourself right before.
Guidance.
So if you want to do that, we can say that you spend your prep time doing that.
So good.
Are you going to be using the charges to
Just
give
breathe
get the advantage?
All right. Wait, what?
So remember your pipe, how it has
I
charges.
got used now.
So on the item on D&D Beyond,
Okay.
Go to your items.
you'll see at the if you click on the item at the top of the item box, there should be charges. Land Healer is the name of it.
There it is.
Use charges.
Yep.
Use charges. Okay.
Yeah, so you just mark off one of those, and you get those back after a long rest.
Okay.
So, and then
Should I have long rested before?
yeah,
You got
It,
plenty
you're
of
fine.
charges.
You're fine. In all honesty, I don't see y'all having to use a bunch of spells and everything, so
Okay.
you shouldn't exhaust yourself here. At least before your next long rest.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Okay. So, each of you separate off into your own places and begin to prepare yourselves. Unless, Kaylinn, you're floating around everyone since you don't actually have to prepare.
Yeah, I'm kind of just still looking for statues while I wait for my turn.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, shouldn't she roll for when we were doing the liars competition? since she was out going to other areas.
That's true. We're going to do 2 separate perception checks here. One for while you were out at the Liars contest, and one now for what you're doing now.
I got a nat 20.
Hell yeah!
With a +5.
So,
Let's go.
during the Liars contest, you're able to find another 5 statues.
Wait, where's my map?
But it gets pretty thin, the numbers that you start seeing. Like, it gets a little more, it's starting to get a little harder to find them. These are ones that are tucked away, out in the open, but like,
What is this, Breath of the Wild?
one of them you do have to climb up into the sun tree to go get.
That's fine.
Doesn't she have like more than half of them already?
Yeah.
She like wins by default then.
What are we doing?
Everyone has until
Scavenger hunt.
everyone has until dusk, and they can be stolen
Oh, okay.
as long as you're not harming somebody to steal it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have 6 of them that I'm going to give to you.
More
Yeah.
you have,
Yeah.
the more
No,
likely they'll be
Well,
stolen.
she's
No,
already-
I have them because you gave them to me.
Yeah. And she's already totaled them.
I've counted all of them.
She's
Yeah,
got
'cause
she's
I'm
got
not
the
getting-
total of all of them that have been found so far.
Yeah, if you gave it to me.
Do you want me to do a second
Yeah,
one?
so go ahead and make your second one. I'll say that first one for the Liars contest was you making your way towards the center of might and finding more. This will be making your way up towards the center of manor to find more.
And then you'll head back right before them.
Got a nat 1.
You're-
You're
Very
exhausted from climbing the century.
Yeah, you're a little worn from having to climb around. You're also
Looking at all the jewelry and stuff, so I'm sidetracked.
a little distracted by the music in your head
Yeah.
because Arechi is practicing.
Yes.
So you're just like you're trying to look around, but like you're getting distracted and like, okay, can you quiet down a little bit? Sorry. And then you start looking around again, and the music gets loud again, and you're like, okay, this is just what it's gonna be. And it's
Like
just-
I'll just give up for a little bit and look at like what's around.
yeah. So you're making your way from the center of might up to the center of manor. I mean, there's not a lot of people heading in this direction.
Mhm.
And as you make your way up, actually into Forlington Square, it has filled up a little bit more than when you first saw it in the morning. Most people here are going directly to Battle the Brews and trying out the different alcohols.
Actually, can I see if I can find an axe throwing place? Or
Yeah.
an arrows place?
Yeah, you saw one back in the center of might, so you make your way back that way.
Yeah.
Easy enough. There is an archery booth there. Yeah. So you want to go and do some archery while you wait?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's best hit of 5 on the target.
Okay.
And it is a straight dexterity check.
Okay. Can I chuck the arrow first?
Check the arrows, yeah.
Yeah.
Make a investigation or perception check. Let me know which one.
Investigation or what?
Perception.
Okay. 9.
I mean, they all seem up to par.
Okay. And you said dexterity.
Yep, straight dexterity.
23.
So you take the bundle of 5 arrows and
Mm-hmm.
you take a look over all of them, and nothing
look
seems
fine.
off. Yeah, nothing seems off about them. You knock the first one in, and this bow is not what you're used to. They're not gonna let you use a Rechi, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I figured.
But this bow is not what you're used to. It's very light on the draw in comparison to what you're used to. And so on your first one, you pull back and, like, without realizing it, you're already letting go,
Mhm.
and the arrow's flying straight right to the center.
Instinct.
Bet.
First shot.
I got that one.
Oh,
This one, you go and put it on, and what you didn't notice before is one of the arrows, the shaft itself was twisted. Like the wood was twisted a bit. They just used whatever they could find. And so you pull this one up and you make sure that you're taking your time with it before letting go. And the string snaps. And you're standing there just arrow in hand, broken bow in the other. And the guy comes, oh, that's unfortunate. Here, let me pulls another bow out and
Oh, thank
switches
you.
it over. Yeah, try again. You still have that arrow, so it didn't fire.
Right.
So you still have 4 arrows to shoot.
19.
19. This one, the bow feels a little sturdier. Probably used less throughout the day. You're able to get this one not direct center, but just to the left.
Okay. $17.
Still hitting the target, but you're now on the second ring rather than the center ring.
Good question. Not another 19.
This one goes just below the one on the edge of the center ring.
And that was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good question.
he looks over and not bad, but pick any of the large prizes here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You see large stuffed bears and other animals.
Grab one that looks like peaches.
There is an armored bear stuffed animal that's supposed to be Trinket.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Be like, Peaches, this is for you.
Okay.
Here, let,
Yeah.
do you want to carry it in your mouth?
He like gets his head underneath it because it's a large stuffed animal, and he like scoops it up onto his back.
Aww.
If you want to take a moment to affix it so it
Yeah.
doesn't come off.
I mean, I have some rope, so yeah, I'll tie it on there.
Easy enough.
Cute.
All right.
Okay.
Back to the vessel.
Yeah. So you start making your way back. Do you want to do one last perception check for your way
Yes.
back? Go for it. The rest of you are all preparing, readying yourselves. Give me an investigation check, you 3. Not you, Belwin, because you already checked the music box. You don't have to check anything. You're pseudopods. You're good. You 2, give me an investigation check for your instruments.
You're chilling.
11.
How do I do that?
So just investigation check.
So
It's going to
go
be
to
skills.
Okay.
I forget you haven't been here in a month.
You're good, buddy. You did the thing.
You're
Yeah,
good.
take it.
You don't have to. This is inspecting. Alex,
I'm sorry.
this is inspecting your instrument.
What I get?
You don't have to inspect it.
It's your body.
Yeah, you created them. in
Does
this
it have to do with Fey Fiend or the Undead?
Unfortunately, not.
Dang it.
Unless your glass happens to be sentient.
What if I said it was made by a demon?
Didn't you have
16.
one in it from a
Wait.
demon or from a dragon?
Alchemist, artificer with
It is.
sentient alchemist support.
It did have the blood of a dragon in it.
No,
It's,
that's not count.
it's not a fey fiend or an
Oh, wait.
undead.
That's right.
Leave me
Thank you.
alone. Oh
Nat 20.
no!
Take a good look over everything.
Total of 27, if that's.
Yeah, you go OCD. You go OCD for a moment,
Mhm.
and it's almost like you have not Reggie, Daisy in the back of your head. Make sure there's no cracks in
Your
anything.
checks, yeah.
Check everything. I've had a few vials explode on me in the past, and like just this constant ramble that he's given you
Yeah.
before.
The rattling at the before and after every single teaching
Yeah,
session.
yeah. So you,
Wait, am I still Daisy?
I think you are. You are. You are still walking around looking like Daisy.
Oh my god.
I
I
forgot.
just remembered that.
Yeah. How
Wait,
long?
what?
What spell did you use again?
She-
Disguise self.
She disguised herself
Yeah.
as Daisy.
Is it an hour or
To
is it 10
steal
minutes?
statues for
I'm
the scavenger
looking.
hunt, so that people wouldn't suspect it was her. Seeing her at like the opening ceremony for the scavenger hunt. That's funny. So now she's Daisy.
I forgot about that.
It's for an hour.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll say, because you did that before the liars contest, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, because it was after we got caught with the.
After
Yeah.
we separated,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have dropped by this point already, because
Okay.
it's been at least a couple
Bro,
hours.
that would have been so
Okay.
funny if you
Right.
entered the battle before this Daisy. I
You
can
could-
give you my hat of disguise.
If you have spell slots, you could do it again.
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
That would have been so funny.
But
Anyways,
yeah, so you meticulously look over everything, double check everything. Everything seems in order. Nothing is out of place. You are confident. You are confident. Aurora, what was your investigation check?
16.
16. It's been a while since you've even looked at your pan flute.
Yeah.
So you pull it out, and you're like looking at it and like, yeah, that looks fine. You start blowing into it, and one of the reeds is broken. You can take a moment here to repair it. Okay, this is gonna be, I'll say either dexterity or intelligence check.
Let's find out which one is better.
So go to the first page.
Pardon me.
Dexterity.
What is that?
They're the same.
No, actually, you want to do intelligence.
What is
that?
that?
3. No, wait, no.
Dexterity.
Dexterity is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I looked at strength.
You got it. You're good.
What'd I get? 11 plus 3.
So 14.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a second. Luckily, you don't have to worry about going to find a reed. You can just druid craft one. So you druid craft a reed real quick and whittle it down, pull the old one out, shove the new one in, and then you start testing it, making sure everything sounds good.
Or go.
I was waiting for a quiet moment.
Why was that so difficult, bro?
So you are able to repair your pan flute. You are able to repair your pan flute.
Okay.
But just as you're like testing that one to make sure that that one is okay, you all collectively hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the annual Battle of the Bards." The crowd is doubled in size from the Liars contest. Yeah, people are filling these seats. They are all anticipating what's to come. So, why don't I get all of you to roll a d20 for me?
Uh-oh.
Don't add anything to it. We're gonna do rollies to see who goes first.
Oh, okay.
For first time in my life, I'm so glad I got in that one.
Oh, we got the same thing.
No, see, your luck is insane because you get what you want.
Is that what you wanted?
I did.
All right, so who got the highest?
I got 16.
Yeah, Grace and I got 16.
16. Okay, both of you roll again.
Roll you.
What'd you get?
I got an 18.
I got 5.
Daniel's going first.
Kaylinn is first
Great.
with Aurora right behind. Who got the next highest?
I got an 11. So me.
Okay. Belwin,
10.
and then a 1. And Huxley.
I'm okay with it. Frank, he's not talking right now. What? He's not talking right now. Just crumble it all. Okay.
No, not for the headphone users.
Yes, for the
Headphone users.
Is that microphone on?
Yes.
Is the green light behind it on?
Yes, it's on. I turned it on.
Okay.
Stop being paranoid.
You're really about to say the same thing.
So, the announcer goes through this whole spiel of welcoming everyone in, asking how everyone's doing, getting the crowd ready for this, right? There's a lot of crowd work involved. You all start making your way back towards the backstage.
Yeah, of course.
The three of you, who have a somewhat normal thing that y'all are going to be doing, the three of you sitting backstage, all, waiting y'all's turn and whatnot, see Zem and Huxley both walk in. Huxley with an army of smaller hymns, and Zem wheeling in a cart. You can hear glass on this cart as she's wheeling it in. Yeah.
You're excited to play?
They can't talk.
No, he's talking.
I can talk.
He's smaller.
Oh.
I'm smaller, so my voice kind of goes around. Distribute. You're
still
still
a
it sounds like Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy. Hot dog. Anyway,
I'm not making enough
Are
clubhouse.
we in or out of character?
that's all above
I'm up there.
So, y'all get back behind stage, and eventually she finishes the crowd work. And says,
I thought it was a dude.
this is a lady that's
What
running.
if they're gender fluid? Dan?
Yeah, why are you assuming?
Well, there's
Yeah,
two people.
But also, it only said ladies and gents. It didn't include slimes.
How dare
Really
you?
confirmed.
Okay, guys. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm just joking. Ladies.
First.
and gems.
First up in our 1v1 battles,
Oh shit.
the newcomer, Kaylinn. And up against her, Lorena. And the crowd all applauds. You do hear a few people in the crowd are like, Lorena, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, Kaylinn,
Yes.
you step out on stage, or are you letting a Reggie take over first?
I'm letting a Reggie take over.
Okay.
No stage fright.
Exactly.
As soon as Kaylin's name is called, y'all watch Sparkles
Sparkles.
begin to dance out of the horns.
What a cheater.
And she stands up. She stands up, kind of back to y'all a little bit, and turns around, and y'all just see. Hi guys.
How fucking dare you?
That's fucking creepy.
Why can't you do that for me?
Can I have the glowies?
We can talk about that later. I gotta go out on stage.
Okay, bye.
You'll watch him pull out of Kaylin's bag of holding his bagpipes.
Oh
I
my
thought he was
god.
practicing flute in your head.
He was. He was practicing his fingering.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Would you just go? Did you have something?
Ooh.
I think it's a little mucus. A little mucus. It's alright.
Yeah, I'm okay
But-
now.
You both step out onto stage, and you're able to see what's going on here.
Yeah.
You see a human woman with this auburn-colored hair cut short into a bob, wearing a somewhat nicer gown. Definitely looks like a performer of some type. But she comes out and this is gonna be a good competition. And she steps back, and Arechi's just, oh yeah, it's gonna be great, as he's like setting the bagpipes up. And she's just like, I'm sure it is. Just concern in her eyes.
With bad fight.
And she goes ahead and takes the lead in this.
Okay.
She begins to sing. Y'all hear a beautiful opera-like voice coming from this woman. She is hitting highs, she is hitting lows. There's vibratos, staccatos. It is beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous music.
Sheds a tear.
She's gonna go ahead and roll. Okay. And the crowd is vibing with it. They're getting enthralled into the music. It's definitely giving a storyline to it. Some tale of epic love that you can feel in this song. Arechi catches the tempo of her music, waits just another moment, and then begins to play. And the crowd for a second is confused because the sound. You'd be able to pull it up quicker. Can you tell me what Arechi's charisma score is?
No, what's he under?
Arechi.
Not shit.
What section?
In inventory.
Okay, so I was right.
Even 12.
Where would I find it?
Uh,
Oh, there it is.
Yep. So it should say in his sentient block.
An awakened state?
No, if you tap on the magic item,
Yeah.
scroll into the description,
Yeah.
and look for the block that starts with sentience.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
So what is his charisma score?
19.
19. So he's got a +4.
Damn.
Plus,
That Riz.
Bro, Arechi needs to flirt for Zem.
She his unlimited riz.
Okay.
I'm scared.
While the crowd is surprised by the music coming from him being bagpipes, it works way too well.
Riz.
Oh,
This is
Riz.
he is continuing this epic. He is creating an epic through the bagpipes. It is daunting, it is intriguing, it is moving. You begin to feel the emotion in the song. And the crowd is becoming extremely invested in the music at this point. And she begins to take back over and take to center stage again, trying to push him back. And Arechi. Arechi can't quite beat her in this moment. She's taking over. She's continuing this, and he's keeping his tone down, but still playing.
Mm-hmm.
They're beginning to play together, but still contest one another. That's the last check. It begins to build and build and build to the climax of the song. And as she stops, they both do. And then Arechi busts out a fantastic bagpipe solo by himself. The crowd goes insane for this. And as he's finishing out, it begins to bring feelings of completion and desire and love into this beautiful melodic end. And then the crowd erupts with cheer.
I was fully immersed in that. Holy shit.
Yeah. So Arechi wins that round.
Bang.
Kaylinn wins that.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, was that not a fantastic start to our competition?
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, we've got another newcomer coming up next against JMO. Welcome to the stage, Aurora.
That is Aurora's legit reaction.
And everybody begins applauding, and
I love you
the
so
energy.
much.
Yep.
I just pat her on the back as she goes.
Yep. You are
I'm gonna give her guidance.
okay.
Oh.
There you go. And you did your enhance ability beforehand with the land healer, right? You smoked your pipe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have advantage on your check here as well.
Advantage and
All of them or
credits.
just one?
All of them.
Nice.
Because it's concentration, I believe. Or it would be concentration if it was the actual spell. But the effects last for 8 hours.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
so and then
What about
guidance.
rolling?
Yeah, guidance you'll only get on the first roll you choose to use it on. Yeah.
But you get advantage on
Or
it.
she's on performance, right?
Mhm.
Performance.
So,
It's about a skill.
stepping out onto stage is a Lightfoot halfling, very very thin in stature, that has this real patchy goatee going on. They're trying their hardest to grow facial hair, but it's
Horrible.
not going well for them.
Darn.
But they come out with a viola.
Well, I'm coming up with my pan flute.
You come out with your pan flute, and they it's like bigger violin.
Bigger violin.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Worse violin.
Um,
The viola is not that bad.
it's about the size of them. Let's be
That
honest.
sounds like a kid who'd play the viola. I played violin.
But they come out and they look at you and go, "Good job, good luck," and they reach their hand out to shake your hand. And they're a little jittery.
Like, Jesus.
They set themselves up, ready to go, and they look at you and give you a nod as if asking if you want to start.
Oh, that's polite.
So you begin playing. Go ahead and roll d20, or you're gonna roll twice and take the higher of the two.
Is it like 16 plus 2 and then roll again and then whatever plus 2?
Yeah, just whichever one's higher.
Yeah,
of
Whatever,
whichever
whichever number in the
rolls
die is higher.
What did I get?
Where is it?
What?
Cakes. Okay, so 16 plus 2.
Yeah.
So 18.
18, and then you can add guidance if you want. That's a D4.
Or
So
you
you
can
just-
save it for a lower roll.
Yeah, I'll save it for a lower
Okay.
roll.
So 18. Why don't you describe to us the kind of song you're playing?
Go on.
Darude
sandstorm.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I'm so glad you picked up on it.
It's just the same note constantly, and everyone's just like, okay. Is that actually what you want to play?
No, no.
Okay.
Imagine anything like some shit from Peter Pan or something.
Okay.
When it comes to the pan flute.
Okay.
So.
Like a lighthearted, you
Yeah.
know, almost like a childlike
Oh, yeah.
fantasy. Jovial song.
Jovial
Thank
is the
you.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Give me
You,
that ass moose.
What?
That is my talk. Thank you.
you begin to play.
Bat bud. Butt hats. Damn it.
You begin to play, and the crowd is enjoying it. It's a very, very lighthearted song. And JMO looks over at you with a slight surprise, like he expected maybe something a little different, but this seems to be his speed as he begins to nod with your tempo. And then immediately starts playing, and he is playing this like a fiddle. He is not playing it classically at all.
That's fucking good.
But he begins to step in and take center stage and starts getting the crowd moving and is like stomping his foot as he's playing, and like energy is starting to pick up a lot more now. He rolled a 17 on the die.
Fucker. It's close. It's not
It was
Can I
close.
kill him now?
I'm ready for violence.
No.
The first part of the song is beginning to pick up, and it's beginning to get very jovial, very lighthearted. People are beginning to dance in the crowd and like actually start move and get very, very joyous. And we'll go into the second part of the song. Go and roll
With advantage.
with advantage. And you still have the option of using guidance.
How much?
It was 14 for the first roll.
Okay.
And a 10.
So 14 plus 2.
16.
Do you want to use guidance? Do I have to roll any more?
You have to roll
If you
one-
want to use guidance, you roll a
You
d4.
have to roll one of the
Triangles.
This.
The one you don't want to step on.
Oh, let me use it. Yeah, the forbidden road spike.
I'd rather walk across Legos than D4s.
I have walked across Legos, and I would
Me
rather
too.
walk across
Yeah,
Legos than
I-
D4.
I've walked across Legos.
I want to try both before I decide which one I
Wait,
want
was
to do.
that my fucking D20? Especially a sharp edge.
I'm thinking about it, and I don't know.
Yep,
D4s,
Is this it? Yep.
if you step on them, are a lot
One.
more likely to pierce your foot.
Yes.
Fun.
Especially these sharp edge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially
So-
the metal ones.
Would you roll?
1.
A 1?
Seven.
So
Okay.
s-
No.
17 total, because plus 2 to the 14.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
17
do that.
total. All right.
I shouldn't be.
So, you both kind of like turn towards each other as y'all are both playing, and there's a recognition between the both of you that you're both just really having fun right now.
Yeah.
And so you two just keep playing together, not one of you taking the center stage, like bouncing off of each other. Y'all are being real friendly with it in this moment. Y'all both got the exact same.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So, coming into the peak of the song here, we'll do one last roll. See who gets it in this.
Let me.
Take your time, take your time.
You have to roll in 2 seconds.
There was a
Or else
D20
you
in my
forfeit.
bags.
You just stop playing randomly.
I really hoped when you were whistling that there was like silence at the microphone. So it was just for real.
I haven't rolled my mushroom. You roll.
Fuck
Roll with
me.
advantage. Roll with advantage.
Probably a reason you haven't rolled it in a while.
18. 18, so dirty
Plus
20.
20.
Nice.
Nice. In this last moment, he's going to use his guidance.
You fucker.
Can I kill him now?
Yes.
Is your wrist murderous or something?
Murderous. Murderous intent.
You two continue even past the peak, like bouncing off of one another. But you both recognize that y'all are getting into the latter to the later part of the song, and one of y'all have to take it home here. One of y'all. And you both
I'm gonna finish it.
y'all's look at each other, starts going from like having fun with one another to
Fuck
it's
you.
I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. And then he just out of nowhere steps in front of you and finishes out the song.
Oh.
Yeah, he
Fuck this guy, dude.
natural 18 on the die plus a 3 on his guidance.
Now can I say fuck you?
Now kill it. Now kill
He
it.
got one ahead on one. He got one ahead on this last one. Wouldn't they be tied?
Yeah, he finished out the song. She was the one starting out the song. So this is gonna boil down to crowd decision. So the song finishes out and the both of you are like nearly out of breath. You're both just
Nice immersion.
and the announcer comes out and, ladies and gentlemen, that was fantastic, was it not? And the crowd erupts.
Okay, I forgot his name's Jake.
The crowd winds down a little bit, and she, alrighty, well, we're gonna have to vote for this one. It seemed pretty close there. So, all in favor of JMO.
No.
Crowd begins to roar with applause and cheers. She, for the newcomer,
One fan.
Aurora. Surprisingly enough, the crowd explodes with cheers.
Yeah, damn right.
And in that moment as well, a few people are like throwing roses up onto the stage. Like they are giving you
You got
praise in
fans.
this moment.
I got fans.
Uh,
I got hoes.
well, that settles it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner is Aurora, and they all explode with cheer again. JMO comes over and that was really good. That was real fun. It was a nice time. Your name was Aurora, right?
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'm just like, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, kill it.
It's like that. It was really a pleasure.
No,
It was
it was really
such a
good.
great
Good-
time.
good time.
We might have to get some drinks later. I wanna know how you learned that song.
I don't know.
Okay.
He's
Oh, yeah.
Stop.
We can get drinks.
very gay.
He like has this confused look and a nod, but
I'm just like,
and he walks off.
exactly.
You make your way back behind stage. And the lady stays up on stage and that was wonderful, isn't it? Yeah. The crowd's going crazy. All right, everybody. Well, we're gonna take a brief moment here, let you all, get your voices back and everything. Maybe get yourself a snack over there at the Slayer's Cake tent. How about that? Yeah. A few people just immediately start running for it.
Try to be going. That's
Yeah.
inevitably gonna form.
Yeah, and they break for an intermission. She comes back behind and everything, comes over and congratulates both of you on a job well done. And, not a lot of newcomers actually come in and start kicking the locals' asses. So y'all did a fantastic job out there.
Well, I mean, practicing makes key.
Right. Practice makes perfect. Well, you two are up next. So prepare your set.
Zed just has her goggles on her forehead. It's like,
Okay. So just make sure yourselves are ready, and then afterwards it's gonna be you going up against Romeo.
Man.
Something funny about his name?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go practice now.
Okay. Yeah. So just make sure you guys are ready. Make sure you got your whatever you got to do
Yeah.
warmed up.
Pink, pink.
Interesting. I'm excited to see you two show off. Excited to see what y'all bring. And she kind of notes that y'all are all kind of around each other as well, and like taking in that y'all might all be an adventuring troop of some sort. Just taking y'all in a little bit and just makes her leave.
I'm gonna practice more and absorb like 2 of them to make my voice deeper. I have a plan.
Okay.
Okay.
You just practicing the slop sounds.
I know I'm trying to make them into drums, so I'm trying to like hollow them out more, so absorbing some of them to make them hollow.
Oh, so you're trying again.
Yes.
Okay. So this time you're actually going with what I thought you were doing. Where you're going to be
Are you
playing
still
them?
making them hit each other?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then it's going to be an
He's
intelligence
like-
check at
Yeah, I'm
disadvantage.
hollowing
Fine-tuning
some of the ones that are just there to be a drum.
Okay.
And then we have a drummer that hits 3 of them.
Okay, so there's going to be another intelligence check with disadvantage.
Mm.
Oh, I have to pick that one up. Please. Oh, not bad. Not bad. That could be 15.
15. They finally understand what you mean by hollowing themselves out. But it doesn't help much for the sound, as it seems like it's getting trapped inside. They're not hollowing themselves out enough. Sure, one of them just opens their mouth. One of them just opens their mouth, and the drumming pseudopod hits it, and they hear. And then the other two open their mouth and to.
Guys, we need to stick together. We need to just do something. Maybe I misspelled a little. I'm trying to scoop up one of them in one of the glasses sneakily.
Sure, make a sleight of hand check. Just steal one of the instruments.
Like you have like air pressurized, so it's like a vacuum.
You just put a little bit of alchemist fire in the bottom of a flask and like open the cork next to it.
Okay, that doesn't work. That one.
You go to suck up one of them and realize there's no way to really suck it up into it.
I was
So you
gonna
just,
try
like-
to scoop it,
What
but
are you doing?
I imagine I'd go. And go.
Yeah,
And I'd be like,
you go to scoop and it's like trying to scoop jello that won't cut. So it's just like pushing it.
it gets all dirty.
Why are you doing that? Why?
Oh, I was trying to show it how to do a drum shape, show it the inside of the jaw so that it makes the right shape.
Deception check. Insight check.
$16.
28.
Yeah, she's just trying to show your pseudopod how to be a drummer.
Can you help more then? Can you tell them how to be a drum?
Sure, I lied. I might as well.
Damn.
I can't see.
They speak.
Do it.
They speak English. They're me.
Common.
Jar.
Ooh.
They all look at you just expressionless.
You. Jar. And I'm gonna stick my hand inside the jar.
Your turn.
They one of them slides over towards you and goes up into the jar.
I'm gonna take
Make a dexterity check. You can roll a dexterity check for your pseudopod.
I don't know there's that.
I think it's just your dexterity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I love it.
15.
You got this.
Or dexterity save on your part, sorry. Not a check.
Oh. 17.
11.
You go to scoop it, and it's like it.
What are you trying to do?
I was trying to get in there so we could start it.
It looks like you were trying to dash.
I would never.
Yes, you would. Trying to give them a hole like a snail.
Your home was.
You're at a Walmart. That thing's not right.
You just hear the wheels are just.
We have agreed behind the scenes that if anyone was a Karen, it'd be Zen.
Ugh. But
Oh, that was funny.
some time passes. The stage manager comes back over and, hey guys, we're gonna be coming back here in 5. 5-minute warning. And she goes over and, unless you're flagging her down,
No, I
No.
was gonna see if there were any like statues in the rafters or anything.
make a perception check.
Ooh, small.
But they go back out to the stage and you can tell they are naturally a performer as they go out there and start doing like essentially a little stand-up set
Yeah.
to get the crowd to start coming back over and warm back up.
14.
You have this realization that you have not looked in here. You start looking around.
Oh.
And it's pretty dim in here. You're unfortunately not able to see any in here.
Okay, hold on. Give me like 3 seconds.
1, 2, 3.
Hold on.
Okay, so
Cute.
That's a funny joke.
Oh,
I laughed.
that was so worth it.
Never mind.
okay. So you'll get y'all's five more minutes to prepare yourselves.
I have a stupid question.
Hmm.
Can I use the figurine of Wondrous Power, the Golden Lions, to send out a lion so he can just have the command to roar whenever I tell him to roar? Because I read it. And he just listens to my command.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check it here just to
Yeah, go ahead.
get the semantics of it. You know, I get it.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Eat better. I'm exhausted.
There's not toilet paper.
Yeah, I used it all. I'm sorry.
Dude, there's some more upstairs.
Yep, that's.
Honestly, thank God, because I was about to just fucking in the bathroom too. If that happened to me 3rd time in a row, I'd be
Oh my
like,
God.
Get bet.
Okay, so yeah, you can. You can. It is friendly to you and it's friendly to you and all of your allies, and it obeys the commands that you give it unless you don't issue it a command.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I'm gonna toss one of them out.
Yeah, y'all watch of the 2 golden lion statuettes that Huxley's been carrying around from the Dragon's Horde. He finally pulls one out, and looks at a open space on the ground and just throws it onto the ground. And you'll watch as the moment it touches the ground, it just grows into a full-size lion. It looks like an actual lion, because it is. And it.
Hi, friends. I'll give it a little break. So we're in a musical competition, right? And I just need you to roar when I say roar. When I point at you.
No, not you.
I don't can you in here, but
Dog looks over at the lion. The lion looks over at it and just curls up next to you and like sits.
Okay.
There is a full-size lion with Huxley now.
Yeah, I got a pet.
The stage manager finishes her comedy set.
Did not like that.
And oh my God, coming out of the sun. Ah.
Stop.
Thank you, that worked.
Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like most of you are all back. Are you all ready for the next set? All right, well, this one's a real treat for you. We got two outsiders facing off. And the crowd just... All right, we will welcome them both lovingly to our city stage. Welcome in Zem Daddy and Belwin Beetledeedle.
What?
No princess wave. And ding ding
Yeah.
ding.
People are like, they begin applauding and then questioning.
I hope some people
Crowds-
recognize my name from the Liars Contest.
They do, but they're like, what the fuck is she doing? The crowd kind of dies down and goes pretty quiet.
Yeah.
And the stage manager looks at both of y'all and let's try and keep the energy alive. Come on, y'all got this. And she takes a step back. It's just the two of you on stage here.
Set up.
You begin setting up alchemist supplies all in front. This is similar to your mother's set as well.
Really?
You've seen your mother do some of these reactions before, but not to make music. She was doing them to make something.
Yeah.
But she begins to start mixing bits and pieces together and putting corks that have holes on them with a reed. Like, just this strange way that she's turned this into an instrument. And you begin to hear... And then she begins like playing her alchemist supplies. And it is strange. The crowd is kind of here for it though. They're intrigued.
Oh no, she's dancing.
Yeah, the dragon starts dancing around. Go ahead and roll me. It's your intelligence plus your proficiency because you're technically using alchemist supplies.
I'm just gonna walk over, grab a stool,
Yeah.
and put the music on.
I'm guessing this is while I was setting this.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing this while she's performing.
Yep.
Yep.
You drag the stool over and you hear a few people. What is he doing?
No!
You begin to tap
Bad.
your glass rods against all the beakers and the flasks, and you tap one a little too hard,
Man breaks.
and the rod shatters in your hand.
You
And you panic for a moment and stop. You still have the whistles of the different flasks that are playing, but then you hear...
No. Gosh, I'm losing this just because of that one roll.
You hear a creation of Robert Barthog the Squeed. It is Leonard Skyner's Liberated Avian.
Yes, this beautiful rock ballad just begins to emanate from this wooden box, and it's a loud music box, so it begins to overtake the sounds of the whistling of your alchemical supplies.
Take my dice.
In this moment, I'll say both of you just roll me a straight d20.
Straight D20.
Yeah,
Both of us?
yeah, both of you roll me a straight d20.
Wait.
7.
16.
Okay. The crowd is extremely confused in general. But they seem to be getting into it a little bit. The few of them seem to recognize the song that's playing. And they're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, and like are starting to get into it. Zem, this is they're not paying attention to you right now. This is an opportunity that you have to find another glass rod, maybe make some tweaks. You have this moment to make some tweaks.
Pull out.
Which weapon?
Just want to, like, what's that?
Okay, your
Or,
sickle.
not my sickle. My sickle. There we go.
Yeah. You pull up your sickle.
Just use the back end to just be a little softer.
Okay. So I'll say we'll go ahead and both of you give me a performance check. I'll say add another 2 to yours because you're not technically performing the boxes.
Okay.
This is just you like keeping people interested in listening to it.
Right.
11.
17.
You're trying. You're trying to make this work. The pitch of some of your reads aren't exact to the song that's playing, and like, you're kind of getting behind a little bit in the tempo, and then you start rushing a little bit too much, and you've never really done this.
Yep.
There is this like anxiety that is starting to build up a little bit in you while you're playing, and you see Belwin over there just like hanging out next to the music box.
How dare you?
The crowd's they're here for it. It's music. It's a good song. They're here for it. We're gonna go ahead and do another performance check between the two of you. This is to see how the crowd will end up reacting in the end.
10.
Zem, your nerves start to like really get to you. And in this moment, fight or flight kicks in. What happens? Does she fight or flight kicks in for Zem in this moment? As like she's like you're anxious to this point. What is her next move? What is she doing?
Continue.
Is she just gonna keep going for it? Fight it through? Fight it through?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's badass.
Yeah.
I would have ran.
So, Belwin, you look over and you recognize in this moment she's not okay right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd doesn't seem to be paying her any attention, but she's pushing through. She is still trying, still pushing through, all the way through this 9-minute long song. Because that is a long song. But all the way to the very end, Zem, you push all the way through. And
Am I able?
the end of the song
Do I
comes.
catch that?
Hmm?
Do I catch that?
Yeah, you look over and you see in this moment she's like the panic is there, the anxiety is there, but she's just still going.
Am I able to like
Oh.
slightly adjust the music box to kind of like sound just the tiniest bit off? Like sleight of hand midway through, just like acting I'm trying to make an adjustment to it on the fly.
You know what? Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
It's a 9.
9. You pull out your tinker's tools and try to like slyly, real quick, adjust something to make the sound a little bit off. And you slip into like maybe you're trying to adjust the timing, and the spring slips off, and the music just stops. But Zem, you're still going. You're still pushing through. You're still playing, and the crowd goes, "Huh?" and looks over and sees you continuing to play. And the level of respect that washes over the crowd in that moment, they're just locked on you, watching. Not like judging you, but like, hell yeah. As you keep playing, you're not even paying attention to them. You just keep playing, you keep playing. You've heard this song at least once before. You keep playing. And then the song ends in your mind, and you stop, and you look up. Belwin staring over at you. Music box, the drum is popped out a little bit. The crowd is all staring in amazement at you. And the crowd erupts with applause. Stage manager comes out and, ladies and gentlemen, was that not a fantastic show? Give it up for Belwin and Sam. And she begins to do the process. Everyone who for Belwin. And for Zem. The applause is unfortunately louder for Belwin. But after
Sorry.
the crowd dies down for their voting, a few people actually do like move over to your side of the stage and are all just like giving you just an applause for persisting through. And wasn't that wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, as you two begin to make your way back behind stage. The anxiety's still there, but the rest of you who were behind stage sees them come over and is in a bad mental state in the moment.
Lion.
I see that. Proud of you. Homeless man.
I'm so homeless. How do I have a lion?
If you're not homeless, why isn't your lion at your house?
Because it's neglect. I'm obviously here, not there. I've been there in years.
If you have a home, there has to be someone there.
Why?
Because then it's unoccupied. And it's gonna get gross.
Oh, I need to visit home. Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You do think for a second, and yeah, no, you before you headed out last, you never paid to your maid service to come and make sure the place was clean.
I had a maid too.
Oh yeah. If you're an event, if you own a home and you're somebody who travels, you generally sometimes will hire somebody to come and like make sure the house is clean and make sure that things are tended to.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely gotta do that at one point.
Yeah. So you think for a second, you're like, oh fuck. That's why there's always cobwebs when you get home.
Yeah, but so I have to just expand and absorb everything and then go back.
But the stage manager begins to announce the next duo that will be facing off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your hometown lover boy, Romeo, facing off against our final outsider of the night, Huxley. The crowd begins to cheer and applaud. Huxley, you step out with all of your pseudopods that are halfway turned into drums. As well as your lion, and the crowd goes, whoa, like taken aback. And this elven man with bright blonde hair, who definitely looks like a lover boy type,
I feel like we're gonna play two different songs.
steps out and pulls from behind him this beautiful silver flute,
Oh yeah, we definitely are.
and comes out and may the best musician win.
Yes.
And he begins to play. Yeah, he immediately took into it.
What kind of guidance on myself?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a performance check as you try. You recognize that and you're like, nah, I'm gonna step in while he's playing.
Fuck this bitch, dude.
As he begins to play a light ditty with his flute.
Okay, not bad. And my performance is a -1, so it's gonna be 18.
Okay, so he begins to take the lead, and you're like, what the hell, bitch? I'm rhythm here. You issue the command to start playing.
So the song I'm gonna reference is the rumbling song from Attack on Titan. Rumbling.
Are you talking about like the one the band played?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
The opening for the new season, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's hard metal, so it's just gonna be drums. And
a lot of drum fills and okay.
I'm just going, and just screaming, and then I'll point to Lion to roar As soon as like the drums reach to a climax.
Okay, so you start having your pseudopods playing this, and the drums are deep enough that it's just this boom 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 boom, like it's super deep metal type drums playing, and he like gives you a weird look as you are taking him over with your drums, and he has no choice but to try and match into your rhythm. You are winning in this moment, taking the lead in the first moment. So that's going to be the second part here. You said climax. So the second part is to build into the climax.
Okay.
So go and roll me another performance check.
Oh, it's not bad. Because it's going to be 17.
17. Yeah, you are just overtaking him. You are running this show right now, and he is a backup to you in this moment. And the crowd's loving it. They are loving it. You see some people that are like headbanging in the crowd.
There's like halflings just headbanging.
Yeah, and as you're building towards this climax, people are actually starting to create a mosh pit.
No.
It's beginning to go into a whirlpool, and
The roar.
the climax comes, and you get to that point where the drums stop. Roar. Boom. And breakdown starts happening, and the other guy that you're with has no idea how to follow here, but he's gonna try anyways. So last check.
Please. Simon. Please. 17. Wait, to top it off, because I didn't use guidance, I'll use my guidance. 19.
In the 5 minutes that you'll have on stage, you were the center of attention for all 5 minutes.
Fuck. Yes. I'll play for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah,
That's
quick little
exhausting.
5-minute song.
Yeah.
But yeah, you end up beating out Romeo.
Fuck yeah. Fuck you, Romeo.
And the stage manager comes out and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Huxley." Doesn't even mention Romeo.
Wait, what?
And everyone's just, the crowd, or the lion roars. I can't do a lion roar right now. Yeah, just, I don't know how to fucking make a lion roar right now.
You sound like a Charlie Brown roar. Rawr.
Rawr.
Whoa. Whoa.
I win.
Yeah, so you're able to take the win there, and the stage manager gets the crowd going, and all right, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and take a break here. We'll get back to y'all and get voting in. Is that the band one? Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a bot, yeah.
Confirm. I think I confirmed it. There we
You
go.
did.
Cool. Sorry, there was a bot. Yeah, so they break for a moment, and the crowd begins to put in their votes for their favorite of the competition. This is the ultimate winner of everything. Just gonna roll 4d4 and associate one with each of you.
Oh no.
So
May the first man win.
it is all of y'all against each other, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Aside from Zem, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, so Kaylinn. Okay. Aurora. Okay.
Forgot if Aurora wins.
Belwin. Okay.
Swear to God. If you win.
And Huxley.
Damn.
I'm kind of scared.
I don't care who wins, really.
So y'all are all sitting backstage talking about this. Time goes by. And the stage manager, all right, y'all all be ready. We'll be tallying them up here. You see one person comes over with a large box. and goes off into a closed off section of the stage. They begin the tallying process. Anxiety begins to set in a little bit. Who's gonna take home the prize? Who's the winner? You see the individual who is carrying the box steps back out of the room, doesn't have the box in hand, walks over to the stage manager and... Alright, you guys. Y'all ready for the announcement?
Yeah.
Alright, let me get out there and get them all prepared for it. She steps out onto the stage and... Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to find out who your winner of the Battle of the Bards 1v1 is? The crowd... You hear a few people, Huxley, a couple other people, Kaylinn.
I'm a fence.
Okay.
You do hear a few voices, both shouting for Aurora and Belwin as well.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck you.
this crowd is very much split between the four of you in this moment. They... All right. Drum roll, please. And they point over to side stage where there's nobody at. And y'all begin to hear that phantom drum roll again. Your winner is... Kaylinn! The crowd explodes with joy and applause as the one who was counting, like, kind of like pushes you to go towards the stage.
Oh, okay.
And you step out beyond.
Hurry.
You step out.
Reggie, hurry.
You step out and Arechi takes over. And he comes out and he's... Thank you, everybody! I couldn't have done it without all of you lovely folks. You were all such a great audience tonight. And people begin throwing roses. A few people come over and are like trying to reach out for you, and they're just all singing your praises in this moment. But of course, it's not your praises that they're singing. They're singing his. And he is taking it in, loving every moment of it. He pulls the bagpipes back out and starts playing again.
Can I go on stage and just help him?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah?
Of course you are.
Well, I'll do... Are you just providing help, or do you want to roll?
Providing,
Okay.
yeah.
So he'll roll with advantage on this for just a general performance check. Because, what? Natural 20.
Hey!
The crowd is loving it. They're all getting into it. They're all... doing ad libs with the song, and people are beginning to stomp around with it, and it's just extremely joyous and lively here.
Roar!
Yeah, there's a roar in the middle of it, Huxley's drums and going on in it, and people are just vibing, hanging out. Stage manager just takes a step back, goes back behind stage. All right, guys, we got to set up for the battle of the bands, band v bands. Let's get everything going. Get the people up here for stage. Let's go. They begin rushing, like, escorting the rest of y'all off the backstage. As
At that point, I put away everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
as Kaylinn and Huxley are still out on stage performing.
We are intermission.
Yeah, y'all are doing a show right now, and they are taking
On
full
board.
advantage of it. And it is a wonderful performance. Huxley, your pseudopods are starting to get tired towards the end of it. Arechi still has all the energy in the world because he doesn't recognize your exhaustion.
Hey, we should stop now. I got a scavenger hunt to get back to.
Oh, right. Okay, let me finish it out. You hear in your mental communication. And he looks over towards you to give you a sign to start closing out. Yeah.
Get on my lion.
Yeah.
Cowboy hat, run off stage with him.
Y'all finish out the song and thank all of you. My name's Kaylinn! And everyone stops and applauds and cheers. And he runs back with you. And he goes back. And Kaylinn, you are exhausted in this moment. You are tired.
What time is it?
At this point, it is starting to get into later afternoon. You've got maybe another hour or two to search.
You know what? I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah.
Would you
Y'all are all together at this point again.
Yeah.
Y'all have completed the Battle of the Bards. The stage manager does catch you on your way out and give
Okay.
you 500 gold.
Oh,
I forgot
No.
those rewards. Nice.
As the prize for winning the 1v1s, and she lets you know next year if you're looking for a bigger prize, get all your friends involved. Prize for the Battle of the Bands is 5,000.
oh, I'll definitely let them know.
We should have asked about prizes, guys.
No, fuck the prize. I just wanted to have fun.
No, we didn't. We didn't even ask. We just wanted to have fun.
Okay.
Yeah, they went into
Which
a lot
is
of
the
the
point.
yeah they went into a lot of the events without recognizing any prizes.
Yeah.
Except for a toy shield that I got.
No, y'all didn't ask about any prizes for any of the games. Y'all went into them and
Yeah,
then
they
found out
got
prizes
one.
after.
No, because I did the scavenger hunt because of what person.
Oh yeah,
gave.
that one y'all knew. That one y'all knew because that was because it was announced at the beginning. The
Yeah.
winner will receive a creation of Lord Percival.
No
Because
one-
it was
no
put
one-
in our
no one
faces.
asked.
Yeah. Yeah. But you all have another couple hours before dusk and the fireworks extravaganza.
So what are we wanting to do, guys?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna go
Yeah.
take a nap.
No? With all
Yes.
of the statues? Why?
Yes.
Can you protect Kaylinn? Okay.
He's only out for an hour, so you've only got him for a little bit longer. It lasts an hour,
Your mom.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
and you can't use it again for 7 days.
okay, no, I'll be like, okay, come back.
Okay.
I mean, I was just gonna go climb up into a tree.
Yeah. But he says he tells the lion to follow you, and the lion starts following. He says, "You remember how long it lasts?" And, wait, no, come back. And the lion just turns into a statue again.
Dog, you protect Kaylinn. Make sure no one steals anything off of her.
I should be fine.
And he looks over at Peaches. And looks back at you. Looks back at Peaches.
I'll be
Looks
fine.
back at you.
I'll be fine. Don't you want to play with Peaches?
And he just sits with you.
Happy.
He make an animal handling check.
Oh, geez. Fine. Yeah, 21.
21. Yeah, he recognizes that Kaylinn doesn't need extra protection. She's got a bear.
Protect Kaylinn, Peaches.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So what is everyone else wanting to do?
Drink.
Drink? Okay. That's an option.
I haven't checked out the Dawnfather Square. The center of might.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, you two went over there
Yeah.
last session.
That was fun.
It was where all the physical events were.
Do you want to go again?
I can go alone.
Trying to get close to my party members, but I can't.
I don't want to get close to a homeless man. You're stinky.
How am I sticky? I'm slow. There's no odor.
Who said
Nope.
drink?
I'll drink.
Let's go drink.
Let's go drink.
Kaylinn, as
We're
you
out of this.
duck
I
off
can't
to
even have
go
fun drinking.
take a nap in a tree
Mhm.
somewhere. Why don't you just go ahead and roll me a stealth check to see how well you can hide from everyone else?
Can I cast invisibility?
On just yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll be invisible, but it'd be strange that a bear's walking around by themselves.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Once you,
He's in Trinket Park. Come on.
Just can talk.
he's wearing armor and can fly.
It's true. All these things are
Everyone
true.
probably think he is trinket.
Yeah, I'm putting that into your mind. That you will be invisible, your bear won't. Unless you cast it at a higher level. I believe at 3rd level you can get 2 people.
Oh,
Or
I'm
it
checking
is a
that
3rd
right
level.
now.
I can't remember.
I think you're correct.
Yes, at 3rd level or higher, you can target one additional creature.
Yeah, so if you wanted to, you could 3rd level cast it
On both.
and get both of y'all.
Honestly, that's fine. Yeah.
So we can see it.
Where is it? Where is it? I don't have it in 3rd.
Well, if you have it, it should
No, because she's a multi-class.
Yeah.
So she probably doesn't have 3rd level spell slots.
Never mind.
You could do no, because you can only do one at a time. It's concentration.
Yeah.
So if you want to cast it on yourself,
No, I'll just do regular stealth.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
easy enough. I mean, you get advantage on it because you're boots, right? Don't you have boots of elven kind?
Yes. Because
Yeah.
they're I can walk up.
Oh no, those boots of spider climb. Never mind.
Yeah.
So you don't get advantage on it.
Yeah, I was about to be like, she would have gotten advantage on every single spell.
Leviathan had that.
I could have sworn one of y'all had
Robert.
boots of elven kind
Robert.
still.
Robert.
I got a natural 20 plus 8.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
You and Peaches disappear in the park. Just gone. The rest of you all see Kaylinn and Peaches walk off, and like in a movie when the crowd walks past and they're gone, just vanish.
Spooky ghost. I guess we go drink.
You're able to find a wonderful spot to sleep, uninterrupted by anyone. While the rest of you all are going to drink, except for Zem's going to Dawnfather Square. Yeah, and I mean, y'all can all go with her to the square. There's drinking there as well. There's drinking just about everywhere.
Drinking at the square.
Yeah.
We'll follow.
So the rest of you all make your way to Dawnfather Square to drink and play games. Aurora and Zem, since you haven't really been over here to see this space, the events that you have to participate in are axe throwing, archery, tug of war, arm wrestling, fencing, rope climbing, hammer and bell, and rope ladder race.
Wait, what?
Axe throwing,
Yeah.
archery,
Okay.
tug of war,
No.
arm wrestling,
No.
fencing,
No.
rope climb,
Maybe.
hammer and bell.
What the fuck is that?
The hammer, you hit it, you try to hit the bell.
No.
And a rope ladder race.
No.
This is the center of physical events.
That was like the first 2 I was down with.
The axe throwing and archery.
Yeah.
Okay. But just so you know what events are in this space. Outside of that, there are food stalls
That's what I
and
just had.
alcohol stalls.
No.
Or drink stalls.
Yes.
But
No.
so
Maybe.
anything in particular you're wanting
rope
to do?
ladder race.
Rope ladder race, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
See something she can do and needs her pride back.
Yeah, yeah, and there's a few people over here that are doing it. You see a lot of people that are already paired up to do it. But you see one about 20-year-old girl who she's like taken her dress that she was probably forced into by her mom and sewn she's taken the inside and sewn and then cut. So that's like a romper instead. But she's standing there looking at it and looking around, hoping to find somebody that could race her.
Zem goes up to her and is like, innovative clothes.
Thanks. My mom put this stupid dress on me.
They are stupid.
Not ideal to climb in a dress, so give my modesty a little bit and maybe not piss my mom off too much. But you want to?
Yeah.
You want to race?
Mhm.
You and me?
Mhm.
And she gives you a good once over, trying to gauge your skill. And she.
Really quick. I'm gonna be like, have fun, Zim, and like push her. But as I'm like touching her, get back and then go.
Okay, yeah, we can say you did that as she was walking away.
Yeah.
And she gives you a good once over, and this will be fine. And she goes to line up.
How old is this person?
About 20.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Zem's gonna wink back, but not in the same way.
And make an insight check, actually.
I don't know.
Oh. Wait,
See if
is
you
it in
can-
the same way?
See if you can gauge the way that they were winking.
I don't know. Zem would wink flirtatiously anyways, regardless.
Oh. I'm gonna have
Was
some
it-
more
was
fun, I
Was
see.
it a wink or a wink with a riz?
Was it a wink of fuck you, I'm a beat you,
kind
or
of
was it a
wink
wink
emoji?
of riz?
Kind of
Was it
wink
like a
emoji.
fuck
The
you
OG
or a
one
wink?
or the emoji one?
Why don't you go and roll again for me? You've had shit rolls. I'll give you advantage. This is a gratuity
For
advantage.
the performance of
Yeah.
just.
Mercy rule.
Yeah, this is
I was gonna do all that and then be like, that one.
no, mercy. I'm giving you mercy.
Thank you.
Honestly, that was pretty funny though. What is no? Don't you
No
dare.
shot.
No fucking shit. Another nat one.
No.
Okay, I was about to say there's no fucking way.
Total of 5.
Okay, it's hard to gauge.
Fucking give up on my dice, bro.
It's hard to gauge.
Damn.
Watch, the only die that is ever gonna roll well for you is the one that you painstakingly make yourself. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Testing dice.
A few more people go ahead of y'all, but then eventually it gets up to your turn, and the individual there. This voice. So, two of you looking to race, right?
What?
Alright.
Was that the girl that said
No, this is the individual who's running this. Y'all met this individual last time. So the two of you are looking to race, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, take your lanes, take your lanes. Well, ready,
No,
set.
I'm not ready.
testing some dice.
He says,
That's better.
go! So this is contested acrobatics.
What game is this?
This is the rope ladder race.
Is a nat 20 for a total of 31.
Let's go.
You, in the blink of an eye, are already halfway up the ladder. As you see, she's like a little timid, a little anxious, and like slowly climbing up. But she's trying her best here. So yeah, you are trudging ahead immediately, and she's surprised how quickly you got ahead.
Yeet.
So next,
I hate my dice. Not you though.
I hate my butt.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry. 26.
she's standing no chance against you here. You're nearly already at the top, and she's just still trudging through. Like no competition whatsoever.
Can some wait until there is a competition?
Yeah, sure. So you pause for a second and look back, like, come on.
Maybe act like I slipped.
Right.
Oh no.
I'll say, give me a deception check. See how well you can pull off.
Whoa. 16.
Okay. Okay. So you like pretend to slip and like, oh, you're dangling for a second and you pull yourself back up, giving her a little bit more time to come up, and she sees that and starts climbing a little bit faster. Starts climbing a little faster. All right, it's the last check.
Wait, I still have guidance.
Go.
Yes, you do.
Jesus. I was like, of course.
Of course, it's the last one.
Hey, okay, that's not bad. 17.
She, taking that opportunity, starts speeding up the ladder a little bit faster, and she gets to the point where she's just about at your heels.
Mhm.
And you'll start going at the same pace up the ladder. You are able to get to the top and ring the bell before her, and she continues climbing the rest of the way. Despite that, gets up, rings the bell, and falls off the ladder, down onto the padded ground underneath.
I was
Because
about to say, can I try to like do like judo flip catcher and then
yeah, if you want,
acrobatics?
Yeah, if you want.
Oh.
yeah. Go ahead and make another acrobatics check here.
Acrobatic riz.
Watch you fall with her. Connor. 16.
16. You see her, that like moment of exhaustion take in, and she falls off the ladder. You drop down and like Spider-Man swing to grab her, flipping back up onto the ladder, but you were grabbing your ladder, so you kind of bound the two up together and created just one area for y'all to land on. And she, oh, what happened? And she is pale.
Okay, darling. How about you hold on to me and I'll get us back down.
Okay. She grabs on and like she's weak.
Is them gonna hold?
Yeah.
Right where her arms are crossing. And just climb down.
Yeah. You begin climbing down. And the guy at the bottom is, oh, is she okay? Is she? Okay. Good job. Good job. Next! He was a little too concerned to remember a prize in this moment. But you begin to take her towards a bench. Oh, yeah, like getting into a space to... Yeah, you go ahead and get some food and whatnot. I'll say... Where's it at? Say a silver, we'll call it. Call it good. You get some food and some water and whatnot. And get her situated at a space and set her down. She, thank you so much. I'm sorry.
No worries. You're quite skilled.
Thank you. I'm not active like that a lot.
Leave me alone.
I'm sure if your mother puts you in a dress, you're not let out often.
For good reason. Been a very feeble person most of my life. Sickness took my sister when we were younger. And I've dealt with it. She takes the water and begins to drink, and you begin to see color slowly coming back. Make a medicine check for me.
Oh boy. That's not one of my good points. That's not one of my good points. It's just like my performance, not one of my good points. That's gonna be 10. Straight 10.
10. You deal more with wounds than you do with sicknesses. But this
Give me some help with some Riz, DM.
you've met your fair share of people who pulled a short straw when it came to life and have been afflicted, unfortunately, with forms of disease and things like that. You do see some of the signs of a disease in her, some sort of chronic thing that she deals with. Explains why she seems a lot fairer in complexion. Her hands aren't very rough at all. For the kind of vibe that she was giving, she doesn't get out. She doesn't get the ability to get out and do things like this. But she seems to take advantage of it at the opportunity.
What was that for?
I got this. You guys ready? So I'm just gonna look at her, noticing, disease. It's going to sound so bad. She'll look over and be like, "Are you cold?"
I'm fine. Temperature's coming back.
You can still be cold.
A little.
Zem's gonna pull her in, since she's a tiefling and naturally warm.
Yeah?
There is.
I know!
She kind of just like weakly drops her head into your shoulder a bit.
Thermodynamic
At
rings.
first, I thought you were gonna be like, stand back.
Stand back!
And
Walk yourself,
She's
child.
like, here, I got you. Hold on. Takes 2
she
steps
goes to
back.
lean in, and I just catch on fire.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I know.
But no, you pull her in, and she like just falls into your shoulder, like getting into the warmth, like a cat, like kind of snuggling in a bit. And she's just, thank you, like head on shoulder.
your name, by the way?
Laura.
Laura?
Laura.
The name's Zem.
It's nice to meet you, Zim.
Nice to meet you too.
Not a lot of people treat me with this kind of kindness.
Zim's a real daddy.
I've been
As a double entendre, I love it.
That's why I gave her that name. But no. Zem is just gonna kind of look down at her and be like, well, I know what it's like to be treated unkindly. So everyone deserves this unless they're cruel.
She like kind of like weakly pulls her head up and looks over at you and weakly looks over at you and it's the horns, isn't it?
Is it that obvious? And here I thought it was my beauty. Shed a fake tear. Drama.
Luckily, you're in one of the most welcoming cities in Exandria.
As I've noticed.
It's hard for us. It's hard for any of us to.
Sorry. I almost died.
You okay?
I did choke there for a second.
This dying fit is brought to you by our empty sponsor space. If you want to encourage us not to choke on water, please sponsor us.
Please.
Or
Not with water, though. Obviously, it is dangerous for us.
She it's hard to look down on someone who most of the people here love. You remind us, I'm sure you remind a lot of us of Lady Gwendolyn.
I've met her once. Quite charming in her own way. Reminds me of when I was young.
Were your parents as nice?
One of them. Let's just say, I didn't get to live in the house.
That's unfortunate.
Happens. At least, they're trying to make amends now.
Better late than never.
In some ways.
You feel the coldness of her skin beginning to give way to the warmth.
Yay!
And the color in her face is beginning to come back a lot more.
Carrying Riz.
And she pulls herself up, seemingly found a little bit more strength. And sits herself up and thank you.
By curiosity, is your ailment curable in any way?
The Temple of the Dawn clerics have taken a look over, and fortunately none of them are of the strength to do so. They do believe that with higher powered magics, they would...
Jesus. Me too. Oh.
they... With the strong enough magic, maybe. But no medicine has helped.
Have you been given a cost as to what it will take to see those with higher magics?
A lot of travel. The one that was recommended was a healer and a mon, but the other side of the continent. And
I'm from Amon. By the off chance I know them. What's the name?
one of the...
You got it.
Hold on, gotta recall.
Okay.
One of the high priests of the altar of the Raven. I never got a name. They said they don't really come out often.
They don't. But depending on their mood that day, I could possibly get you in.
Did you really?
I could. We're a little busy at the moment, so I don't know when I could go to Amon next, because we just came from Amon. But I can swing by and come get you next time we go to Amon, and you can travel with us. Possibly me in my adventuring party.
She looks out to the crowd to see if she can see who might be your adventuring party. Meanwhile, the rest of you are all in the Dawnfather Square except for Kaylinn.
Yep.
The three of you are all just, are y'all like stand hopping for drinks? Or are y'all just going to grab drinks, sit down, go back when you need more?
Well, I can't really drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Yeah?
No?
Yeah?
He
My
drank
cells
before.
are gonna get all fuzzy.
Anything that
You
eats,
start
like, eats
bubbling.
anything,
Yeah, you
even
can.
if it's acidic, has a metabolism.
Yeah, you can consume liquids still.
Hold on.
I
My
swear
whole
you've
world
drinking
is-
with us before.
You have.
I didn't think he was gonna do nothing.
Yeah, no, you've drank before, and everyone noticed that your form got a little drippy.
Oh yeah.
Still metabolized, but don't worry.
I was gonna say that I have detect poison and disease.
It's just gonna tell you if it's there.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't do anything for it.
I know, but it's just being like, oh, that's something. Anyways, I'm probably drinking. Drinking?
Drinking.
Drink.
All right. Yeah.
Are you gonna have a drinking battle?
Sure.
No.
Yeah?
I'm just drinking.
Okay.
Y'all can do it.
Yeah. So she looks past you, Zem, back towards the crowd of people, and you happen to look over in the direction and see all three of you in a drinking competition.
No.
No, just you see Huxley and Aurora
Yeah.
go
My
and
goal
drink for drink.
is- Damn, I need my notebook. Where is that?
Is it in your? Yeah, it's in your cubby.
Can you grab it for me? I need to see how many pouches of thing.
What'd you say?
Don't worry about it, man.
I'm interested.
Don't worry about it.
Do you hear that?
I heard something,
Okay.
but you two are locked going drink for drink. Belwin, you're there just watching this happen.
Sipping. Maxing, relaxing.
And Kaylinn nowhere in sight. Of course, you watched her disappear.
Yeah.
But as they're enjoying their drinks and you're enjoying this moment with the stranger, we'll go ahead and take a break.
Yay!
Just because it's about that point. So we'll be back here in a little bit, y'all. Get yourself a snack, get yourself a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you gotta do. We'll see you in a bit.
Bye. Ginger ale in my ass, man.
My legs hurt.
You heard it. We're all back. Welcome back.
That's what we do on our break.
Oh yeah.
So, come back. Completing the Battle of the Bards, taking some time to drink and be merry, take a nap,
Be evil.
and console a random stranger. We'll come back to Savannah. Laura does eventually thank you for helping her. I unfortunately can't afford to pay for the food and.
Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Don't worry about it. I make money on the road. I don't know if you've noticed, but I kind of have a.
And I didn't want to assume.
I'm good on money.
Well, thank you. It was nice meeting you, Sam.
Nice to meet you too. And if I'm ever back in Waystone, you can travel with me to Oman and maybe spruce you up.
That'd be nice. Thank you. And she starts to. Yeah? Yeah?
Can I grab her hand and kind of like raise my eyebrows as asking for consent?
Make a
Kiss hand.
make a persuasion check.
Literally.
Not in the sense of like coercion persuasion,
Yes,
but
yes, yes.
this is essentially like you're putting the riz on her and she's gauging the riz.
My facial expressions are not showing me up.
Bro, the facial expressions are throwing it off.
Mm.
It's a 6.
6. You grab her hand and she looks back towards you and comes over and puts her arms around you and gives you a hug.
I'll take a hug. I'll take a hug.
Thank you.
That's better than.
Yeah, I'll take a hug. I'll take a hug. Better than I've got so far.
Thank you. She can't stop help smiling as she's walking away. But with that, you look back over towards your friends, and these two are in a drinking competition. Why don't you both give me a contested constitution check?
Yeah.
Constitution check?
Yes.
Okay.
Where's that at?
Ability. It's going to be your ability scores, ability saves and senses page. It's going to be at the top.
Constitution.
Constitution. You're going to give me the plus on that plus your d20 roll.
You want to see how cocked this is right now? Standing straight up. There's no number.
It's
Standing like this.
No shot.
it's doing point.
I've had that.
Oh, that's a 2.
So 5.
5 total.
Yeah. 24.
So first
That's a
round.
low roll.
First round. Huxley doesn't even actually drink the drinks. He takes the pint and puts it inside of himself and pulls the pint out. And there's just the liquid, like in the shape of a cylinder in
So
his
it's just
body.
like.
I'm just gonna have like 4 mugs in front of me and just fingers on it and just absorbing.
Sure, we can do that. Yeah, fingers inside of it, just soaking it up.
Yeah.
Aurora, you're sitting here having to chug. You get it down, and that first one is not sitting with you right already. It's been a minute since you drank this heavy.
Mode.
But
Oh, no.
first round, Huxley, go and give me another contested Constitution check.
I'm gonna look at Aurora and be like, you look like you're struggling a lot, partner. Guidance.
Okay.
Asshole guidance. You have guidance.
That's like when we were playing Baldur's Gate and I had Shadowheart give me guidance when I was trying to
18,
persuade her on
bitch.
something.
18 plus 3.
21, nice.
11.
11. So you're sitting here drinking them, and as you're saying this, like reaching over to her, you realize the glasses are empty now, and she just downed another one.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Right now you're toe to toe, neck and neck. This will be the deciding roll.
No, I'll do it like this. That is cocked as fucking.
No.
Nice. It was a bad roll though.
It was
Yeah.
a bad roll.
The kitty did not help you.
No, it did not.
14.
I like the ding though.
14.
Yeah. Satisfying ding.
I am sorry, headphone users.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. Maybe 5 again.
5 again. What'd you get? Sorry.
14. If you
14.
want to add guidance to it, you can.
Oh wait,
You don't
yeah.
puke.
Yeah. You
What do I add?
roll a
again?
d4.
Triangle. One of these. Pyramid. If you want to use this one.
Yes, it's cute.
Maybe you can use
2.
7.
So yeah, 7. Yeah. So y'all both recognize that y'all are toe in toe. Grab your third drink each. Go back, toe to toe. Belwin, you're watching this the entire time, right? And it's insane that they are in sync in this moment. Their angles are going back at the exact same time.
It's like a cartoon.
And then Huxley throws his mug down just before Aurora. Aurora, you finally get yours down, set it down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You got a choice right here, right now.
I'm gonna bark on him.
No.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
You know what? No, I'm doing my good dice.
Zemma, you were having this beautiful moment with a stranger.
Yeah, and I just turn around.
And you turn around and watch Aurora just...
Dirty 20.
As Huxley just, like, moves his entire form in that space out of
So I'm just gonna have like the biggest, like, kind of like, you know, puppy love smile on her face, turn around and just go, my pony, and just walk back over.
Aurora, you are drunk. Huxley, you are drunk.
What? Why did you throw up over here, man? You're supposed to keep it down.
I had to come up somewhere.
Zem, as you're approaching in this moment.
Oh.
You two are too drunk to do anything. Belwin, make an insight check for me.
Insight check, you got it.
You drunk too?
No,
Oh.
you two are too
Oh.
drunk to notice anything.
I'm like super great. 7.
7. Zem seems real happy. You can't pinpoint anything exactly, but she's got that air of her. She probably made herself feel better after the rope. Or with the rope.
I got hair.
Just gonna silently acknowledge that.
You'll kind of look at each other as y'all are walking up and
Wink.
So I'm just gonna. What a competition. Under your back.
yeah. So the 4 of you are all reconjoined in this moment. The 2 of you are pissed drunk. The other 2 were leisurely drinking if wanted.
Can I gauge around how much time we have until the end of the scavenger hunt?
Make a nature survival check for me.
Can I look around? Are we like in a bar right now, or are we just outside?
Y'all, it's outdoor open area.
Okay. Can I just like look around for anything interesting person, interesting whatever's happening around here?
Sure. I mean, there's a few interesting people in the crowd. The city is surprisingly diverse compared to some of the other cities. Mostly humans, but you see a lot more tieflings in the streets here. There are a few Goliath walking around.
Is there any assholes in the crowd?
Make a perception check. I'll have you make a perception check for a more specific thing like this.
Does gauging the time have to do with Fae, Fiend, or nothing?
Unfortunately, no.
I'm gonna ask every single time.
Yeah?
Because it's worth a shot. Because
Yeah.
for all I know, maybe a demon is messing with time. I get advantage because of that. Okay, not horrible.
Watch, one day I'm gonna be like, yes, you do get advantage. And you're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
why?
I'm gonna be like, well, yeah, I have to do with things. You just said something familiar. And I'm like, I got it. No, that's gonna be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I mean, you spent some time with Laura and you two having y'all's drinking competition. I'm sure both of you aren't like heavy drinkers, so I imagine it took a little bit of time. I'll say y'all maybe got another hour before dusk.
Zem's gonna do some casual drinking with them.
Okay. Yeah.
Grab
Casual
a pint
drinking.
or two for herself and just
Yeah.
sit
So
on it, people watch.
yeah, a pint of ale or any similar alcohol is only 4 copper.
Oh,
Yeah. So you just with disadvantage because you're drunk.
oh yeah. I forgot about that. It's
The lower of the two.
yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be a 12.
Okay. So you're looking at the crowd of people and like taking in the interesting diversity here in Whitestone. No, everybody looks to be doing normal shit. Like nobody's standing out as an asshole or anything like that. Most of the people here in Whitestone are actually very jovial and kind with each other. There's a real strong sense of community here that is unfamiliar to those of you who grew up in other lifestyles.
Aurora. Dude, I want to prank somebody. I'm in the mood to prank someone. Do you see any assholes around? Because I don't see shit right now.
Make one? I don't know.
What?
Make someone act to an asshole.
Make someone an asshole?
Yeah,
I mean,
be a
I mean,
dick
get
first.
Climb into an ass.
Can
No,
Zem
not no.
can Zem interject? Thank you. Into this conversation and try to convince them to go mess with like the most intimidating and like seemingly like most ready to fight person.
Make a perception check for me, just to see who you might see in the crowd.
What's that pipe that you use? Can you tell me more about it?
Land healer?
Yeah, your pipe that you use.
13.
Good verse
13.
smoke out of it.
Uh-huh.
Gives me special abilities.
Oh.
So, looking out into the crowd of people,
But yeah.
there's not anyone who immediately you're like, okay, that would be a good, like, not like any like burly biker dude type
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
standing around. You do see a few Goliath people in the crowd. It'd be funny to send them after one of those. You see, and then you squint for a second and realize that one of them is Grog. But that's probably the best bet you got if you're really looking to get him good.
Zem's gonna point at one of the like other Goliaths,
Okay.
like Grog, and just be like, "Oh my gosh! I just saw that guy shove a bystander out of the way, very rudely.
Beat his ass.
What? Where?
Beat his ass.
Over there." And I'm gonna point at like one of the Goliaths off to the side.
Deception check. Insight check with disadvantage.
For both of us.
Yeah.
You said insight?
Yep.
Deception.
No, you're using insight.
Oh,
I'm using deception.
still with skill.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What?
He rolled a natural one.
And then I farted.
Yep.
I got a 21.
26.
Aurora, you were entranced with Huxley's conversation with you up until Zem said something, and then you question and you look over, you see this big fuck off dude that there's no reason not to trust Zem. You swear you saw it happen out of the corner of your eye. You swear you saw it in the corner of your eye.
Okay, I'm gonna just fix myself up real quick. Are you going with me?
I imagine like Osmosis Jones, how he can like
Yep.
Look at how it's sticking up. That's exactly. So just Are you coming with me, Aurora?
No.
Why?
Because
I swear I saw him shove him.
you got this.
Okay.
Okay.
Down me to the Goliath.
Playing for the role.
Yeah. You walk over and
Hey, buddy.
What?
Did you shove someone just now? I could have sworn I saw you shove someone right now, man.
I did not. If I did, I apologize. And he starts speaking loud to the other people around. And people start turning around like,
What?
okay. Just like nobody seems to care. And I don't think I shoved anyone.
Done on purpose?
Sorry.
On purpose?
What?
Did you shove on purpose?
And he's gonna try. He's
What?
you are drunk, friend.
I am very drunk.
How about we get you some water?
I
And-
am water.
He like goes to like usher you in a direction.
I feel like I'm being tricked by a guy who shoved another guy.
I did not shove anyone, friend. Let's get you some water. You seem fairly intoxicated.
And you just have some of your form dripping off because you're drunk.
The three of you who are all casually drinking now at this point, see Huxley go over to this Goliath, and then hear him go, "I am sorry if I did that," and then start ushering Huxley in a direction. He begins leading you over towards one of the drinks stalls. Please, could I get some water for my friend here?
Just let me just. I put my like slime to the like faucet,
Yeah.
not at it, but like right below
The
it.
pitcher that they bring out. It's not plumbing, dog.
Just put it in a faucet.
No, it's not plumbing.
Medieval.
Yeah,
Medieval.
barrels.
It-
Water.
they're back in the back of the tent. They bring a pitcher over to fill up
That's
glasses.
unsanitary, man.
If they just leave the barrels up front, people are just gonna be like dunking their heads in it and shit.
How'd they predict what I was gonna do?
But no, they bring over a pitcher to fill up a glass, and you can. Yeah, you just. And they, oh, okay, sure, take that. And
Water.
yeah, you get a drink down pretty quick, and they, oh, okay, let me get you some more. And Goliath, are you sure you're okay, friend?
Just put my hand on his shoulder, be like, "You're pretty cute today." Do you know that?
And he puts his massive hand up to your head and just, thank you, friend.
Just making sure you're getting compliments. This men don't usually get enough. Want to make sure.
Thank you, friend. I respect the acknowledgement.
You don't swing that way, do you?
Unfortunately, I do not.
Oh,
That sucks.
I mean, I'm PG-13. I'm sorry.
All right. If you could make sure he gets taken care of. And he's gonna
That's-
try.
he's
He's gonna
not-
try and slip away.
He's now saying abbreviations.
I don't understand.
Make me a perception check with disadvantage
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
because he's trying to slip away right behind you. So he's in your field of view, more or less.
I'm too drunk.
You don't even notice him step away.
Nope, I do not.
But
You're just like, water, glug, glug.
But the server here has brought over 3 more pitchers of water, and you just
How are you, server?
doing all right, friend. Yeah, I've got that, and he just starts serving the next person.
Goodbye. Start looking for my friends.
Yeah, they're all just watching you at this point.
Zoom, you lied to me.
From a distance.
You're homeless.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay.
You all saw the Goliath pull away from him and then kind of just disappear into the crowd. Like for a 7-foot tall individual, they just disappeared.
Zem does like a silent clap. Just like,
Kaylinn,
Yes.
as time goes on, you and Arechi are enjoying this nap together. He's raving about the performance and how that was so fun and he wants to do it more.
I'm guessing in the treehouse.
Yeah. And whatever space you've decided to be in your
Right.
mind.
Yeah, the treehouse.
And he stops for a moment. And should probably get up. If you want to be able to turn all those in,
Yeah. Maybe get a couple more.
maybe. See if we can find a couple more.
Are you still
Yes.
dazing?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
You
Wake up.
come to and make a perception check for me. Or perception or investigation. Your choice.
Definitely perception.
Okay.
16.
16. You take a moment to double check all your belongings, and you do still have your bag. You do still have everything on you. Nothing seems to be missing.
Well, I mean, Richie would have told me
Yeah.
that too.
But-
Peaches would have.
Right.
Double checking because
Yeah.
double
It's a
checking.
competition.
Yeah, it's a competition, and you've seen other individuals who might have some skills here.
That's fair. That is fair.
So you gather yourself and make your way back into the public eye, and none of your friends are around that you can find.
Can I guesstimate what time how much longer?
Yeah, make
Well,
a
isn't there a clock around?
no. I mean, there's the clock at the Forlington Square, but you are opposite of town from that right now.
Oh, never mind. Okay, then what do I need to do?
So it's gonna be a survival or a nature check.
Definitely survival. Another 16.
You look up and color of the sky, knowing where you're at. Was it survival or nature?
Survival.
Survival. Knowing where you're at, color of the sky, location of the sun. Gather you got maybe 45 minutes
Okay.
before you have to be back in the park at the statue.
I'm gonna. Can I. Hold on. I never changed my stuff. Why do I keep looking? Yeah, no, I'm just gonna look around town and see if I can find them real quick.
Okay. Go ahead and make me one final perception check.
Don't be another fucking 9. Okay, whatever 17 plus 7 is.
24. You take this last 45 minutes to scour everywhere in between. Because you've gone line.
Mhm.
You start scouring everything else in between. You were able to find 6 more. In the last 45 minutes, how many do you have total?
40.
So, just that good, man.
So,
Everyone's just like, man, they must have only hit 10 this year.
I can't find any. Or they're like discovering now that they've had theirs yoinked from them.
Yo,
You-
what the fuck was that? That was
You-
a laugh.
You make your way back to Lord Trinket's Park just as you are getting to the gate to the park. You hear
I would have headed back
okay.
to see the final.
I would
Yeah.
have followed too.
Yeah. Yeah, so those of you who wish to can follow back to Lord Trinket's Park.
Yes. I
Um
think we're all competing.
Yeah.
To see if Kaylinn won.
by the time y'all are arriving, they're pulling all of the contestants who have participated and claim to have statues on them
Okay.
up onto the stage. Lady Vex is going to take a moment here and insight all of you to gauge how much you might have on you. So she can get an idea of what order to reveal them in. For 3 others. Okay. Okay. So she takes a moment with each of you and discusses like places that y'all have found them, if you've taken any, the ways that you went about taking them, and she wants exact details, and is not. People seem to be putting a little bit of flavor on their stories to make them sound better, and she is catching it. Just the truth.
This isn't the line competition.
She comes up and asks you all the same questions, and the energy is no different than how she was questioning the others. She does not care who you are in this moment. You are a competitor in this competition.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little scary. But you tell her in truth how you obtained all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she... All right. Well, lovelies, I will announce your names, and you will present the statuettes that you have found. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Alrighty. She steps up front. Ladies and gentlemen, the scavenger hunt is now closed. Our 4 individuals here claim to have found all of them. First, Ricardo. A younger human man comes over and pulls this heavy bag around, opens it up and begins rifling through it. Pulls one out. Pulls the second one out. Pulls the third one out. Just keeps rifling through. I swear there's one more in here. Fuck. What the hell? That's it. That's it. And she... Oh... Everyone give Ricardo a hand. Everyone begins to applaud.
Good job.
The next individual comes over. They pull out another 3. And the third individual that's called is not you, Kaylinn. And they pull out another 4. Well, there's the 10 that weren't accounted for. Lady Vex is perplexed for a moment. Are we sure this is everything that you boys have found? And they all, yes, ma'am. And Kaylinn, please step forward and show us how many statuettes you have found.
Just slowly, just.
Yeah, everybody at this point is just like questioning, like, maybe just they were hidden really well this year. We'll see. You come over, and how are you going about it?
Dumping it or one by one?
So, with a bag of holding,
Mm-hmm.
the only way to dump is to reach inside and think of grabbing the inside or inverting the bag. That's the only way to get everything to dump out, but it dumps everything out.
Don't dump
So,
everything.
one by one.
Yeah, I was gonna say one by one.
Okay, you start pulling them out one by one, and the crowd starts counting with you. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
10.
6, 7. Like, just you keep going, and the crowd starts to go quiet. And you just keep pulling out more and more and more. By the time you get to 30, Lady Vex goes, "That is our winner, everybody!" You don't even get the chance to pull out the rest of them. And everybody just is shell-shocked.
I feel like
That's
it's usually more of a neck and neck race.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody is shell-shocked. And then y'all start cheering, and the crowd gets into it and starts cheering. And explosive cheer after that. Everybody is, "Oh my god, did you see that?
How many more does she have?
Did she find all of them?" Like, everybody's just like, they have questions now. They're like, they are enthralled with this.
Keep pulling.
Lady Vex is like applauding with all of them and like leans over to you while everyone's cheering and whatnot. Goes, how in the fuck did you find all of those?
I kind of had a tiny bit of help.
Well, I didn't say anything about getting help from your friends.
Yeah.
Roll for next year.
Everybody, congratulate Kaylinn one last time. You start to hear in the crowd, what's the prize? What's the prize? What's the prize? What's the prize? And it continues
Yeah.
to grow and grow and grow to the point, Kaylinn, you almost forgot about it, and then you're just like, oh yeah, and she, everybody, this year's prize is none other than a timekeeper. She pulls out this brilliant golden pocket watch with what looks like these you don't know if it's paint or what, but it looks like these details of blue and black that are etched into the surface all around it. And as she hands it over and you get a better look at it, these are onyx and sapphire like engravings. And you're giving it a good look over. Do you happen to understand Infernal?
I don't think so.
You have a friend who has
Yeah.
horns.
So you're looking over this and you don't recognize the language here, but it is definitely runic in nature.
Right.
Like this is some form of language. But you're looking it over and it is gorgeous and it ever so faintly
Yeah, I don't.
vibrates in your hand.
Oh, fun.
And-
Fun.
There is a little button at the top that you can press and that would open it. You do so and open it up. And it is a skeletal clock face. Like each individual face piece looks to be handmade. And you can see, you have to look real close, but each one of the little pieces also have very, very, very small engravings and etchings in that same runic language all around. And one last time, everybody!
What did it do?
Everyone and people are like looking up at the stage, trying to see if they can figure out what it is, and blah blah blah. You're not quite sure. You can go and make an Arcana check for me
Okay.
to try and ascertain it.
Vex.
Vex,
Does she
Lady
know?
Vexalia. You don't know.
Fuck. I got that one.
You're not used to having to try and figure out what these things are. Generally, other people tell you.
Right.
You have no idea what this thing could do. It does require attunement, though.
Okay.
So that you're able to recognize, at least that like even if there was an effect, you wouldn't be able to just do it. You're gonna have to take time to attune to it. That vibrating in your hand. It's not like prominent. It's not like, lawnmower vibrating your hands. It's
Smartwatch?
No.
even more milder than that. It's like if you put a bee in your hand and it was
Put like a bee in a box that just hovered. In
yeah, and that feeling of like the reverberation of its wings. It's very, very faint, but it's there.
Like a whirring.
Yeah. But the crowd eventually dies down, and Kaylinn, as you're making your way back to your friends, people are like stopping you and like, how did you find all of these?
I stole.
I'm so used to looking for things in the woods, so I kind of just use that.
And you see one person kind of like push through everybody else. They're wearing the paperboy kind of hat, and they pull out a notepad and a pencil. And hey, I'm here with the Whitestone Times. Can I get an interview with you, Kaylinn? I want to know everything about the process. How you went about it. What people can do next year to maybe find more. First off, Kaylinn, how do you spell that?
Does them see this?
Yeah, some of you are able to see through the crowd. I'd say you're probably the best to see through the crowd.
Can I like part over there and act like her manager?
Sure. Make your way over, and what are you saying? Because he's transfixed on her that like they're having a conversation here at this moment.
Hello, darling. Hello, darling. My name is Zem. I'm Kaylinn's manager. I can handle any questions.
And he looks over at you.
I'll act like the bodyguard to support. Be like, yeah, talk to her. You can't talk to her.
Go to make
Everyone
me
step back.
make me a deception check. Well, I mean, yeah, a deception check. Deception or persuasion.
Okay.
And that'll tell me the kind of inflection you're putting towards it as well.
Okay. I'll pseudopod.
Advantage because you got Huxley over here backing you up as like her bodyguard.
Yeah. Oh, pseudopod is the team with me.
Yeah.
So like, everyone step back, everyone step back.
Oh. Do you see what I rolled? So thank God for that advantage. Because I got a nat 1 and a nat 20.
No shot.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Hell
For a
yeah.
total of 30 for deception.
Nice.
He's gonna make an insight check against this.
Oh, step back, step back. I'm kind
If
of.
he beats it, man, kudos.
I believe the leader of Tim's defective us for any somebody.
He stops and understandable. Sorry to berate you like that. I'll go through your manager. Hello, what was your name again? I'm sorry. And he puts his pencil in and closes it, tucks the journal away. Sorry.
Name's Zem.
Pleasure to meet you, Zem. I'm just trying to do an article on the winner of the scavenger hunt, for the Whitestone Times. Name's Andy, by the way. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself.
That's okay. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you about her process,
Oh, sure.
She's a hunter extraordinaire, and, we go around and
And he pulls his
do
notepad back out and
adventuring
starts.
stuff.
Okay. Y'all adventure together?
Oh,
Do
yes.
y'all have like a troop name or anything?
Oh, yeah, damaged and defective.
I've heard about you guys actually. I've been hearing about y'all. I've been making some waves around. Yeah. That's people are gonna love that. New adventurers that came to town, and didn't you also you participated in the Liars contest as well, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. You did too, didn't you? Okay. Y'all aren't lying to me now, are you?
What? No. Why would you like?
How would you know?
He's gonna make another insight check. I'm carrying over your same deception.
What am I lying about?
He kind of like slows down for a second and like gives you both a real good look over.
So, anyways,
There's a glimmer of recognition, but a respect that it took him this long. And he moves on.
Yeah.
So, what else can you tell me? Is there anything else, about her process that she does that, others could, maybe try to train for or do something like?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so Zem's gonna go into this whole tirade about how Kaylinn's gone into this rigorous hunting training. And like we've put her through this rigorous hunting training.
This is so
Just for this competition.
Oh, so this was y'all knew that this was happening.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
though you're from
absolutely.
outside. Even though y'all aren't from Whitestone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Word got around. Well, we were adventuring and met some people
Okay.
in Whitestone, and they told us about it.
Okay.
Saw a ranger, and said, with some tuning, she'd be great at it.
Oh.
And so we worked hard and proud, and we did it as a team.
All right.
But it was mostly her.
Yeah, at this point, people have like created this like ring around y'all.
I'm gonna just use my arms to connect to the other one to wrap around to
Make a border.
Sure.
Border.
Yeah. And people are still like, the crowd is starting to disperse at its edges now, but people are still like, you have become an instant celebrity in the city in this moment. But
Never had
you,
this
you
much
begin
attention.
telling this
Wanna
story and
roll?
everything, and
Exactly. Go on.
he starts, taking it down and everything, and blah, blah, blah. You'll get to the end of the story, and he's like, well, this will be fantastic. I'm sure everybody here in the city will love to read this article. But and your name again was Zem and
Homeless.
No. Huxley.
Huxley.
I
Thank
said
you.
your last name.
He-
Sam? Daddy. Yeah. I did that.
he thank you, and writes down your name. All right, and then Kaylinn, I got you. Did you want to mention the other members of your troop? I heard there was more of y'all.
Oh yeah. We have Belwin. Belwin Beetle Deedle.
Can I spot him in the crowd?
Yeah, make a perception check with a disadvantage.
So-
Yeah.
And then we have Aurora.
Aurora.
Ocean Seeker.
Oh, that's it. From Menagerie Coast.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yes.
name's it's a orphanage name out there, ain't it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
21.
21. Belwin, are you still
Nat 20 to 16.
are you still hanging out in the crowd or
Yeah.
yeah? You see Huxley's head like pop up above the crowd and looking around, and he locks eyes with you.
Can I just stretch my arm? Are you 2 feet away from me?
You'd be at the edges of the crowd,
Damn
so
it!
probably about 15, maybe a little bit further.
I was
Plus,
just
you're using your
over
arms to keep people back.
I was
Yeah.
just trying to
Yeah,
yank
you're
you
also
over here.
you're also spread pretty thin right now.
God.
Yeah, so you see
I
head,
see you waving your head, just like bye.
you kind of peer through the crowd a little bit, and you can see like she is the center of attention. There's a ring around, and yeah,
Let her do her thing.
cool. But he takes down names and everything, and alrighty, well, thank you so much for this. Do you mind if I ask her a question?
As long as I can be here for it.
Was there anything that you wanted to include yourself into this article? I know your manager did a lot of the talking here for you, but is there anything you wanted to include?
No, it's okay. Everything she said is fine.
Alrighty, well, give it a couple days or so if y'all are still in town, and pick up a paper and you'll see it.
Sounds good.
Definitely.
Alright. And he pulls out another notepad and takes a moment to like take you in. Takes you in. Takes Huxley in.
Do Princess Wave.
And you watch
It's close. by.
you watch him begin to just tap the pencil against the paper, and real quick creates like a little stippling drawing of each of you just by tapping the pencil against the paper.
I think it was blue.
Yeah. It's monochrome. It's paper and pencil, dog. It's
Do you want to get the other members?
yeah, they around?
Yeah. I'm gonna call for them.
Okay. Aurora and Belwin, you hear in the crowd. You hear a call out for you. Do you
Sure.
make your way in? You start pushing through, and like people don't give a fuck right now, and so you start pushing through.
Scared me.
People start, hey, fuck, man, what the
Belwin
fuck?
way.
You like make your way into the center. Aurora drunkenly behind you.
Just bumping into people.
Right. And they're like, what's the fucking big idea? And you get pushed. You finally like make your way in. Huxley, you open and then close to let them in. And people are like, oh, what the fuck? And
He's a member. He's a member.
the journalist, oh, you guys also members of the party.
Yes, this is Belwin and Aurora.
Do you mind if I do a picture of you to put in our paper? All right, let me just take a moment. If you have a specific angle you want me to get, let me know. He starts just going. And he gets Aurora in her drunken state.
I imagine Aurora just like holding her pipe up and just like.
Yeah. And he looks them over, lets you all see them, and they're actually really good.
Good.
Thanks.
Talent.
Do it for a living. Thank you. Y'all have a good one. And he just disappears into the people.
Well, guys, I think we need a little bit of a celebration. I'm gonna just undo everything and pull up my wand of wonder. I think we should definitely.
As people start actually like they're coming to like crowd in.
Because I'm gonna look at him for once and be like, do it.
Let me get out the end beyond here so I can pull
I
up
didn't
the
think it would actually work.
magic item. Wand of Wonder.
We should definitely go get a drink and some
We should
food.
definitely prepare invisibility, pass that trace, and everything else like that. Yeah,
I'm just gonna prepare.
So you're just
just
pointing it up in the air and doing it?
Yes.
Okay.
So this one is the 10 die, this one's the number die?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's gonna be a 31.
oh, Roro.
Wait.
So Huxley points the wand up in the air and for half a second nothing happens, and then suddenly all the clouds begin to go real dark real fast,
Oh no.
and in a 60-foot radius centered on that point there's heavy rain for 6 seconds. Just an intense downpour.
That just acrobats her way past the rain.
People start running out of it like, whoa, what the fuck? All the rain.
Actually, I'm gonna stay there and be like, that's how we clear a crowd.
For 6 seconds it happens.
At least it wasn't a fireball.
For 6 solid seconds, it is just heavily obscuring rain. Like, you can't see past the rain.
Damn.
And then it stops, and it is a bright, sunny sunset
Yeah.
at this point.
If you want the rain off of you, you can just walk through me.
Them's just wait, hold on.
Do you want
Steps into you and lights
No,
herself on
no.
fire.
Maybe.
Actually, can I use my shape water to take the moisture out of my clothes?
Make a
That's a good idea.
roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
I'm so happy it wasn't fireball.
I got a natural 20 plus 3.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
You,
Yeah.
y'all watch Kaylinn. You've actually witnessed somebody do this before.
Oh.
The dragon, when they were in their humanoid form.
Mhm.
You watch them walk into the cavern and pull every bit of moisture off their body and throw it back out. You think back to that. And you wave your hand with control water or shape water and pull, and you watch all of the water come off of you, and you throw it off, and your fur is dry. Your clothes are dry.
Wow.
I'm gonna do the same thing to Peaches.
Okay.
I feel like a rose.
You got it now. You've done it now.
Right.
So you go over and you do it to Peaches, and Peaches just like loose for a second, and then he starts to like wriggle himself and roll in the grass a bit to mat his fur back down a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Zem's just gonna make sure she's clear around her. Kind of get in the center of the group away from everyone, but like with the space around me.
Okay.
Slice, burn really quick, the water off and end it.
Sam kind of like looks around everybody, takes a couple steps back, takes her sickle, and you just watch steam.
Really quick.
Just this real quick burst, and all of the moisture on top of her skin just gone, and her clothes, everything is dry now on her. Your hair kind of
Yeah.
stands up.
I have a feeling her dragon would eat up some of the flames.
It doesn't eat
like-
fire.
Like the dude from Fairy Tale.
It's not Natsu.
Fire. What
But-
you wake up to anime?
No, he seems entirely unaffected from the flames, though, in that moment.
Good to know you're good.
Yeah. The rest of you, well, Huxley, you're always wet.
Yeah.
But the other two of you, you are unfortunately soaking wet in this moment.
I'll help them
Okay.
get dry.
Kaylinn comes over and pulls the water off.
Can I go over to Kaylinn and be like,
So what is it? Like I saw it's like a pocket watch thing. But like what is it?
Oh yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Show us. Here.
okay.
Can I
Arcana check.
can I read the infernal?
So, make a perception check for me. And then we'll get to your Arcana check.
Okay.
This is the... I imagine Kaylinn's going to let Zem read it first.
Yeah.
She recognizes the language.
I know this is gonna be very above table, but is there any way I can make a history check on this?
I'll allow it. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. See if you can ascertain some of your old knowledge of the magics and arcana and how they come together, the practice of artifice. So, perception check.
9.
No.
Okay, you.
I hate my dice.
The DC wasn't super high. She got a moment to actually like look at it,
Mhm.
and so she can point some of these things out to you.
So I asked that because of one of my racial teachers.
Okay.
That allows me to do that. It's not 20 plus 10, 30 overall.
All right. So, you begin looking over the infernal runes in here, and this is... None of it makes, like, words or phrases or anything like that. But being somebody who natively knows the language, a lot of these are binding words, or binding runes, power runes. You're not quite sure what the exact enchantment that was placed on this, but this is fairly strong infernal magic, but it's mortally wounded or wielded. Like a mortal put this magic in, not a devil.
So I'm just gonna look at it and say, interesting.
Belwin, you seeing it for yourself in a moment, you had heard stories of Percival de Rollo growing up. Your father talked about him. He's one of the many greats when it comes to artifice. His is a little more of an infamous great, but still he is the grandfather of firearms in Exandria. He was also known as the Mad Tinker of Whitestone. You also know in the biography that you read, written by Tyrion Darrington, that he in his youth was into clockwork and repairing watches and things like that. Knowing a lot of the history of Percival and what he's done in his time points to a lot of what he would be very capable of nowadays. And the thing that she's holding, you know for a fact is one of a kind. Because you've never in your entire life seen anything like it. And if it's made by the Mad Tinker of Whitestone, who knows what it's capable of.
Relay that information to the party.
Ooh.
I love it.
So if you want to go ahead and make an Arcana check, with all of this information, do you mention anything about what the language is, or you're just leaving it at it? That's interesting.
Leaving.
Okay.
Unless someone asks.
20. That's a 16 plus. Stop! 6.
Okay, with advantage. You didn't let me finish before you rolled.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, it's going to be a 20 plus 6. Dang.
You take a moment to take a look over it, and this is a lot more than just a compass. A stopwatch. This is a lot more than a stopwatch. I've watched the latest episode of Critical Role, and it's all about a fucking compass. So I've got that in the brain. But this is a lot more than a stopwatch. The way that the runes are placed on the inside of the faceplate are actually extremely familiar to you. They match one of the constellations in the night sky.
Star map.
Yep, you pull your star map out and compare the two, and it's precise pointing between the two. Looking back down at the watch face, each one of the moving round like faceplates inside of it, each one of them that moves also seems to have specific stars in places. It's still very, very difficult to understand exactly, but this is not only a watch, but a map.
We're going to Treasure Planet, guys.
All right.
Blah, 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 blah. This is a map. You have a map with a constellation of this star, blah, 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 blah. Kaylinn?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I'm doing shit.
Have you ever pulled your star map out and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
shown
yeah.
it off?
Trying to eat it.
Well, no, like showing off it projecting the stars. I don't
No.
think you've done that yet. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Huxley pulls out that crystalline star map that he claims is a star map. And you watch him put light behind it, and it projects an actual like holograph type projection of stars.
Larry would have something like that, but not necessarily.
You've seen something similar. It's not a star map,
No,
but you've seen magics that use like illusion based magics to project a 3-dimensional type image in a space.
Like, okay.
But generally with those, you also see a lot more runic inscriptions and like arcana put in it.
Yeah.
This is just a piece of crystal.
Okay.
But he starts showing y'all the constellations matching up between the stopwatch and his star map to a T. It's very interesting.
We have a treasure map, guys. Maybe. Could be something else.
I'm gonna start attuning to it.
All right, you start that process. As I imagine you are all making your way now to Castle Whitestone, making your way back to Castle Whitestone. You make your way through the front gates and into the front doors where the servants of the house are awaiting your arrival. A few of them take some of your prizes that you had brought in and take them to your rooms for you. A few others offer to clean you up if necessary, take any dirty clothes, get you a change of clothes. You all get yourselves comfortable and then are escorted to a higher chamber in the castle and brought out to a beautiful observation patio of the city of Whitestone. And from here you can see from the edge of the Parchwood Timberlands to the edge of the Alabaster Sierras. It is gorgeous. The sun tree right in the middle.
Ooh.
Are the sounds that you hear as the fireworks begin.
Stop. Once was enough today.
Most of them being mundane, normal, explosive fireworks. Some of them being magical in nature, and you watch these shimmering creatures of light dance in the sky for moments. Some of the different magical ones like will interact with each other and do these dances and things like that. You can hear from the city a band playing in the center of town loud enough that it's spreading through the city. It is a gorgeous sight and an awe-inspiring way to conclude our episode.
Dude, that's amazing. The laptop just died. Get in there. Let's see the episode.
Perfect.
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 Okay.
Laptop agreed.
With that, you all eventually make your way to bed and get a long rest.
So he
But go ahead and do favorite and least favorite so we can get out of here so people can get to bed because it is getting late for us.
Yeah.
So we'll run through this real quick. Danny, favorite, least favorite.
Favorite. I won the scavenger hunt
And the bra.
and the singing contest.
Yeah, you killed it in the mental events.
Yes. Least favorite. I don't know. Oh, the fact that my legs hurt. Sorry.
Oh. Well, that's something out of my control. So I
Yeah.
still counted as a partial win.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Grace, favorite, least favorite.
You got it.
You got it, man.
This. Brain dead.
Fair.
Least favorite. Almost falling asleep. Pretty much falling asleep.
I think you were asleep for a little bit. Yeah.
I literally sent the video in the
And we were literally going.
Yeah, like there was.
Yelling.
Yeah,
and
there
you
was.
were just, you were literally doing this.
I know. I kept doing this. I was like.
No, and at one point your head was down on the table, and I was like, Belwin and Aurora, you two are, and you just did not respond. I was like, she's out, she's gone. But favorite?
Favorite. The drinking contest.
Hell yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
Hell yeah. All right, Savannah.
Favorite probably. I think narratively, them seeing a city where tieflings can thrive,
Mhm.
like very different from how she
Amon.
was brought up in Amon. Just seeing a city where tieflings are just treated like people.
Yeah.
For the most part, like of course, it's gonna be everywhere, but like that was probably cool for her. Just player wise, probably meeting a stranger and fucking with Huxley. A lot this episode. Least favorite, my fucking dice rolls.
That's fair.
I am a sore loser. I don't like when my dice roll bad, and this week they said fuck you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next week they'll roll better.
Hopefully.
All right, Alex.
Favorite? The whole session was pretty fun. Yeah. A major favorite probably just be us bickering back and forth. And being able to use the wand of wonder, and everyone was in agreement of it. The fireball, the butterflies, lightning bolts. When he had started doing that, I was like, did I just reread the wrong thing? Is it lightning bolt?
No, I had to build up the suspense.
I was like, I don't know. Least favorite? Tomato dice roll. I was so excited for the.
I honestly was too, and I'm upset with your dice for that.
I was thinking about just guiding bolt.
Jesus, you just shoot Belwin on stage.
Guiding bolt.
Jesus Christ.
I thought about it.
Oh.
Create some chaos, you know.
Well, speaking of Belwin, Kaylinn, what was your favorite and least favorite?
Shit session was a favorite. Very passive session.
Yeah, a lot of closing up those events of the closing up those events from the session before, and
Yeah.
we thought we would try and just speed run through the end of Harvest Close Festival. Ended up being the whole session, but hey.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah. Well, my favorite, honestly, the fact that you collected fucking 40 of the statuettes. Like I think you had maybe 2 bad rolls in the entirety of the scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Right.
And one of them recovered.
Yeah. Like, you had no fucking problem with the scavenger hunt whatsoever. You probably still would have won even if everyone didn't help you. Like, that was insane, but I loved it.
Right.
Least favorite? Knowing we were going into this with low energy and like
As a group, yeah.
yeah, as a group, because we had a bunch of stuff IRL before this. Like some of us worked, some of us had family over. It was chaos.
Girl.
Yeah, but I say it's my least favorite, but it was also the fact that we still had as much energy as we did for a low energy session.
Mhm.
This was a super fun session. I hope all you guys enjoyed it. I hope all you guys at home enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking around if you did. We'll see you all next week with our normal fucking story coming back.
Into no more school festival episodes. We're back into the serious shit.
Yeah.
Back into the swing of things. But we'll see you all next week for that. Stay happy, stay hydrated.
Don't fucking forget to smile.
We love you all and we'll see you all next week. Bye.